What's your tribe? What's your gang? What's your tribe? What's your set? What's your gang? What's your tribe? What's your set? What's your gang?
Hey V, line
Say,
them up.
what's your tribe, little nigga? What's your tribe, little nigga? Pressure apply, little nigga. When we slide, little nigga. If you a $5 nigga, don't get tried, little nigga. What's your tribe, little nigga? What's your tribe, little nigga? Pressure apply, little nigga. When we slide, little nigga. If you a $5 nigga, don't get tried, little nigga. It's a sleeve down movement, we ain't gabbing shit. But if niggas want box, then we dabbing shit. Uncivilized, we be on some savage shit. And if you disrespect this shit, it could get tragic quick. Boy, we smoking on that wop, that's that Walter Platt. Edgar Hoover in the wood and we ain't coughing yet. If you a N.A. nigga, then you not a threat. If you a AA nigga, you get my respect. Aboriginal, all the ops pitiful. Colonize your mind, then they act like they got rid of you. Truth come to the light, they'll fuck around and finish you. Copper color Indian, the proof is individual. I said the proof is individual. SOE. Shit is getting critical. Better mask up, nigga, or be been a fool. And it's still trap gang, you know that been a crew. A alpha male don't just provide, little nigga. He create governments and get supply, little nigga. All that marching ain't gon' work. You ain't tired, little nigga. Quick the G, check that nigga like, what's your tribe, little nigga? What's your tribe, little nigga? What's your tribe, little nigga? Pressure apply, little nigga. When we slide, little nigga. If you a $5 nigga, don't get tried, little nigga. What's your tribe, little nigga? What's your tribe, little nigga? Pressure apply, little nigga. When we slide, little nigga. If you a $5 nigga, don't get tried, little nigga.
Never have no tent on them, come from where we come from. Copper ain't your nature, this ain't your land, this ain't your nation. They say we lost our language when we went through simulation. Y'all went through simulation, how the fuck y'all know the language? This to mirror, fuck these natives. Atlantis till we vanish. First on Turtle Island, still the first ones on this planet. They talk on the net, but if we met, they show they penis. When it come to action, bitch, we slide like Michael Jackson. Bullets playing tag, this ain't no Facebook post. They was damn bad before they came to the coast. Crackers turn to jackers, all our friends became foes. 100 years later, back on top of you hoes. Like, what's your tribe, little nigga?
What's your tribe, little nigga? Pressure apply, little nigga. When we slide, little nigga. If you a $5 nigga, don't get tried, little nigga. What's your tribe, little nigga? What's your tribe, little nigga? Pressure apply, little nigga. When we slide, little nigga. If you a $5 nigga, don't get tried, little nigga.
Yo, AB, you stacking up.
But they mean I got stripes like Adidas. In the streets pulling stunts like a Nevo. Full speed to that root of all evil. Good nigga, but the streets turned us evil. Hey, I got stripes like Adidas. In the streets pulling stunts like a Nevo. Full speed to that root of all evil. Good nigga, but the streets turned us evil. Get the green, goes to sing, man, I got this. In the streets pulling stunts for that fortune. Scorch the beat when I spit, man, I tore shit. You don't wanna feel the pain that I record with. Yeah, we did it on our own, no endorsements. Shit get hard, we don't stop, we don't forfeit. But these streets made a nigga so heartless. Shit dark, but my light shine regardless. Yeah. And you can keep the nonsense. Survive for a living, rap something I have fun with. You can have the fame, I'm so way beyond it. Don't know who to trust, so I can't go unless the gun fit. Even then, you still better watch who you run with. They see you with potential, try to put you on dumb shit. Want stripes like a zebra, but regrets is what it come with. Lost blood, sweat, tears, and a whole bunch of dumb shit. Fuck they mean, I got stripes like Adidas. In the streets pulling stunts like a Nevo. Full speed to that root of all evil. Good nigga, but the streets turned us evil. Hey, I got stripes like Adidas. In the streets pulling stunts like Carnival. Full speed to that root of all evil. Good nigga, but the streets turned us evil. Pulling schemes like Madoff, stunts like Knievel. Married to the streets, no prenup, I can't leave her. Taking off, try to keep up and I speed up. Squad made of bosses, we ain't need no one to lead us. We tried it, but deeper in the slums where that led us. Don't let them see you hurt, you gotta keep your head up. Gotta keep my head up, yeah. Found knowledge on my own, cause ain't nobody show me better. I'm just thinking logically, that's knowledge over cheddar. Don't move by their rules, so they label me the devil. They hate to see my people with intelligence and cleverness. Don't feed me with your doctrine, don't play with my intelligence. Dropping knowledge on my people, won't deceive them like the priest. I'm a good nigga, but inside it's a beast. Trying to chase that root of evil, made a monster out of me. When you see me in the streets, they be the monster that you see. But they mean I got stripes like Adidas. In the streets pulling stunts like Knievel. Full speed to that root of all evil. Good nigga, but the streets turned us evil. Hey, I got stripes like Adidas. In the streets pulling stunts like Knievel. Full speed to that root of all evil. Good nigga, but the streets turned us evil.
Salute, 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 salute. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all thumb up the video. We're gonna get into one more little jammy jam, making sure the energy is right. You know what I mean? Making sure the energy is right. A lot of these tethers are whining and crying. And talk about it. You know what I mean? So I got a banger for you guys. Shout out to all the tethers that's listening in. I know y'all gonna want to come in for this one. So I got a shout out to all the tethers, the crying tethers. Let's go.
I went, I cried to you niggas. I cried, I went, I cried to you niggas. Tears fall from my eyes like a gentle touch. Why do you FBA niggas hate me so much? Why are you so divisive? I thought you were my brother, man. Why do you call me a tether? Because I fled from the motherland. I cried, I went, I cried to you niggas. I cried, I went, I cried to you niggas. I cried, I went, I cried to you niggas. I cried, I went, I cried to you niggas. Tears fall from my eyes like a gentle touch. Why do you FBA niggas hate me so much? Why do you call me a scammer and you point out my scandals? You niggas make fun of my flip-flops, then you make fun of my sandals. I cried, I went, I cried to you niggas. I cried, I went, I cried to you niggas. I cried, I went, I cried to you niggas. I cried, I went, I cried to you niggas. You said I fled my homeland on a boat or an airline. You say that I work for Postmates and you make fun of my hairline. I cried, I went, I cried to you niggas. I cried to you niggas. I cried, I went, I cried to you niggas. I cried, I went, I cried to you niggas.
I cry to you niggas. The tether anthem of the motherfucking evening, man. They cooking the cats, they eating the dogs. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into another banger. We're gonna get into another banger. Shout out to everybody in the building. Thumb up the video. We're gonna listen to a little Bushmeat, baby. I ain't heard the new song, Bushmeat, baby. We're gonna play a little bit of it right now. Shout out to everybody. Thumb up the video, though. I do need y'all to thumb up the video. I do need y'all to open and hit that like button real quick. Thumb up the video. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, too. I do want to say I appreciate y'all for coming through. But we got some heat to get into. Yeah, man. If y'all like the little immigrants, I know the immigrants like it more than anything. So let's play another banger for them. Let's go ahead and for the bank. That's all the Tethers.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber, what did I see? It was a dusty, musty tether, smelling like cheetah pee. Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber, what did I see? It was a dusty, musty tether, smelling like cheetah pee. Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber, what did I see? It was a dusty, musty tether, smelling like cheetah pee. Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to?
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. It is your brother, Big Aboriginal Power, and this is another Wake and Bake show. Musty Tethers, man. Where the Musty Tethers at, man? Y'all share this live stream around. Salute to the real ones in the building. Shout out to all my FBA, Aboriginal and American Indigenous people in the building. We do appreciate y'all. First and foremost, though, family, I do need you guys to slap that like button as y'all come into the building. You know, respectfully. Smack that like button as y'all come in. I'm going to shout the family out that is shouting me out, because it's only right that we shout the family out. We got 24 people listening in right now. We got 17 likes. What is that? 17 minus 24. Hey, so we minus 7 likes, family. So we need to get like 7 more likes up in the building. Shout out to Indigenous number 9, boot count, most hated bronze flat power to God. We got Truthful in the building, Just Jazz, Steve Wilcock, Dak Holden, Original Intellect. Hope all is well with you, big bruh. You know what I'm saying? With your new journey. You mean we mean you both on the same journey. Shout out to Melanated Former. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Tamari Bull. The Tamari Bull. Yeah, man. Look, why do these Africans and these tethers hate us so much, man? It's starting to become a recurring theme. And I believe it's outward projection of hate. It's something that cannot be contained within inside of the normal tether body. It comes out as outwards as aggression, jealousy, envy, and just pure hate. You know, when it comes down to it, they don't have any legitimate reason on why they dislike and hate so-called Black Americans. I think it's absolutely insane. But yeah, man, so we're going to break down this conversation. We're going to get into a little bit of this Myron Gaines, the Sudanese monkey conversation, and how he thinks about our people. So it's a lot that we're going to get into. So we got 29, like I said, listening in right now on YouTube. I think we got a couple people listening in on Twitter. We do have a couple people listening in on Twitter. So we can get everybody to hit that like button real quick, thumb up the video, and support the channel. All right. We see somebody in the chat, the Cheetah 21. He said, "Baby Tyreek." Nah, it's no baby Tyreek, but you must be a baby tether, because you the only little dirty foreigner that get offended when we talk about tethers. So obviously you have a fleeing background that you come from, and you feel some type of way about us Americans elaborating on your dirty, fleeing, musty, tethered lineage. So don't be mad at me. You should have been mad at your mammy and them for fleeing your homeland. All right. Salute to you. Salute to you. You feel what I'm saying? You're a little musty tether. May I stop speaking to you? You say you're spelling like cheetah pea, and guess what your name is? The cheetah. You are the source of the smell at this particular point. Shout out to the little dirty tethers in here. I will give you guys an opportunity to hit the link to come on in. Let's get into a little bit of this Tariq Nasheed conversation, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Thumb up the video, support the channel. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turret just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
All right,
let's get into it.
All right, just had to put some new mods on. So shout out to everybody in here. We're in here heavy. We're in here deep, as we always are. Respect to the law. Respect to Wendell House last night. We were in there heavy last night.
So let me ask you guys, some of my Aboriginal family, real quick before we get into some of this dialogue. How do y'all feel about these immigrants and their undermining jealousy and envy that they have towards our people? What do you guys think about that? As Aboriginal indigenous peoples of America, how do you guys really feel about this whole situation? Are you guys pleased with the action of these debacle tethers? The thing is, do tethers have enough room to speak on some people when they're literally the face of usually starvation, third world country, and just mishaps? Never would you see a tether as the face of success, as the face of opportunity, of intelligence. They're always going to be the image of starvation, deprivement, just, unbearable conditions that us niggas just are not willing to go through. The other morning, I was on YouTube and I seen a bunch of tethers. Now, mind you, family, these tethers are doing some strange shit. When I say strange, they're leaving their African culture to come to American culture. You got to ask yourself, why? Huh? We got to ask ourselves, because they're coming from degenerate culture. Nobody wants to wake up early in the damn morning and have to go light a fire to take a smoke bath. Seriously. You little sharp teeth hating ass Africans need to stop hating on us Aboriginal, indigenous, Black Americans, because we don't live the same culture. And I understand that you flee, but you're not going to come over here and bring that same degenerate culture amongst our people, you little tether. We never, fortunately, let me say fortunately, our people have never had to endure fleeing, and we never had to wake up and take a hot cow piss bath. See, you niggas wake up and go find the nearest cow in the morning and get the washing. Like, this is diabolical. This is a day in the life of a tether. And so when we say stuff like, damn, you guys be having itchy booties, and y'all take hot cow piss baths. These are not slandering words. These are not demoralizing words. These are real facts. And these are Sudanese people right here, by the way. These are Sudanese people. You know who else is Sudanese? Myron Gaines. You know who else is Sudanese? Myron Gaines is Sudanese. So this is why he loves America. This is why he kissed the white man's ass, because he's going to do whatever he has to do to never go back to this. Nobody in their rightful mind will want to go up to go to school. But before you go to school, you got to wash your face, your mama said. And in order to wash your face, because there's no water in the village, you got to use the only water access in your village, which is cow pee. Look, look, that cow done backed it up all on the nigga head. Look, you know you fucked up when you got a pregnant cow twerking on your face early in the morning. Like, come on, family. You know you in the worst predicament of life when you wake up and you got a cow pissing and then twerk on your face afterwards. Come on, man. Something got to be changed. And the only change that y'all did was flee your homeland, bring that same degenerate culture on us, come to our country, and then look at us like we starving immigrants. You niggas lazy. You crack baby. You are disgusting niggas. You are a disgusting nigga. You gonna call me disgusting and my Aboriginal Indigenous so-called FBA family disgusting when you going out taking hot piss baths in the morning? You have some nerve. You have some nerve to be trying to do that to us. Like, that's not right. You should already know that you come from a degenerate culture. You understand what I'm saying? So when people come around and be like, oh, baby Tyreek, no, this is Aboriginal FBA shit. Every Aboriginal FBA talks like this. This ain't got nothing to do with no Tariq Nasheed. I'm not a Tariq Nasheed follower. I don't be buying his colognes and shit, which I support Tariq Nasheed. I fucks with Tariq Nasheed. In fact, I fuck with all Aboriginal Indigenous FBA America. There's no one that I don't fuck with. And anytime a tether come around, I'm going to choose my people over the tether. Why would I choose a cow piss smelling, funky, ashy leg, fleeing ass nigga for? Why would I even want to work with a nigga that's going to do that? When times get rough, you're going to run. You know what I'm saying? While we up here protesting, we want peace. Give us fresh water. You like, nigga, we don't need fresh water. I can just allow this cow to drop a load right on top of my head. You niggas are divisive. No, we don't want to be connected with cow piss. We don't want to eat mosquito burgers. You know what I'm saying? These people eat mosquito burgers, man. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all must not know about this degenerate ass culture that they got going on in Africa. You gotta understand that. These motherfuckers eat mosquito burgers. They've been eating mosquito burgers for years. In certain parts of West Africa during the rainy season, that's when they really have their Thanksgiving. See, their Thanksgiving is during the rainy season. You know what I'm saying? And when it rains in Africa, it pours. You understand me? And I don't mean like literal raindrop. No, after it rains, that gives birth to all the mosquitoes. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just be like tons of, it'd be a mist in the sky. The whole sun be blocked out. It just be a whole rave of mosquitoes. And niggas in America will be scared. You see what I'm saying? We go in a house, we start spraying shit. We call in the city. They need to come spray. Not in Africa. They get excited. Oh, yes, family. When they see a cloud of mosquitoes blocking the sun, they get tears in their eyes. They start cheesing from ear to ear. They start running inside their huts, scrambling to grab whatever pots and pans they can get, because at the end of the day, they about to get ready to feast. What do you mean feast, Big Aboriginal Power? They swiping pots around so they can make burgers. What type of burgers, Bap? Mosquito burgers, my nigga. on. Y'all not familiar with a mosquito burger? The nutritious value within a mosquito burger is diabolical.
Only rudimentary tools like pots and frying pans. Entire communities take part in the hunt for midgets.
Man, the whole community come outside. They be happy than a motherfucker. Look, everything you see in this pot, mosquitoes. You see that big cloud? That's 100 million mosquitoes it takes to make one burger. 100 million mosquitoes is what you need to make one burger. Come on, man. You can't be talking about us and on some degenerate culture when y'all stand here literally eating old blood from mosquitoes. Oh damn! Even the chicken was itching. Look, even the motherfucking chicken was itching. Look, even the chicken itching, y'all. Everybody scratching and itching around that motherfucker. Even the damn chicken itching. The mosquitoes fucking the chicken up. This is disgusting. Little mosquito sausage burgers with a little oil. And look, they got the nerve to do it delicacy. And if you look in the background, look, just look in the background. Look what you see. Look at this. This is a hellfire of mosquitoes. We talking about Zika burgers, smashed Zika burgers on an open grill with a little Ebola seasoned with a little AIDS. You feel what I'm saying? Scrumptious. Oh yeah, you Tethers gotta chill. Y'all struggling with it, but yet y'all won't come over here, drive Uber, and look at us like we're degenerates, sir. Sir, do you not know what you be doing, sir? Do you not know this degenerate ass culture?
Man, we had a blast up there. We had a blast up there, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful vibe. A lot of folks were coming in from different parts of the country. Folks came in from Atlanta, Houston, Chicago. Oh, if y'all didn't come, y'all missed it, boy. Y'all saw some of the video. People were hating like, oh, damn, I should have went. You should have went. I'm going to show some of the video. Oh, yeah, y'all, the outside patio looking real tight. Well, nicely, girls.
I said, I can't believe they eat that over there. What you mean they can't believe you can't believe they eat that? Sister, brother, let me talk to y'all right quick. If you haven't ate in 20 days, you barely drink water in the last week, except for maybe 2 times in a week. You probably drink a sip of water 2 times out of a week. You haven't ate in 20 days, and it just rained. It just pours down raining. You're going to be drinking rainwater off of a mud hut. You understand me? Once you down bad like that. And then after all the water done quit raining, you got buckets of water to drink and bathe in. Guess what else? They starving now. They haven't eaten in 20 days. The water just gave them a little bit. They got to eat mosquito burgers. Come on now, family. If you was down bad, haven't eaten in 21 days, and all you see is a cloud of mosquitoes, you mean to tell me you ain't gonna swipe and mash? Somebody said, who ate a water sandwich? A water sandwich is crazy. Yeah, a water sandwich is crazy. They can't even eat water sandwiches. First of all, 80% of the water in West Africa is down there tainted. Like, I don't know if y'all know that or not. Like, half of the water in West Africa is tainted. When you look at West African slums, which is where a lot of these people come over here from, these people are, dude, their culture is so degenerate. It's ridiculous. And they got the nerve to come over here and be like, Oh, you niggas is lazy. No, we're not about to live in a fucking tuna can. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we're not about to do that. We not about to live in a village full of filth. And that's how y'all living. We not about to allow y'all to just cross references our history. Hold on, let me pull this up. Because y'all think I'm bullshit. Y'all must not know what a West African slums look like. Look, this is a house. A bunch of tuna cans and plywood with garbage that they go through. This is the grocery store, family. I need y'all to stop and think about where y'all at and thank the ancestors that you guys are born in America. You understand me? I need y'all to really understand how important it is to you guys that you are born where you were born at. Because you could be going, you go to Kroger's, y'all go to Publix, Wegmans, you feel me, Costco's. Imagine having to go to the field and get leftover bags of trash to get your groceries. See, y'all call it garbage, but they call it treasure. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Why you think your grandmama said, oh, no, don't throw that food away, put it in the bag, we're going to ship it over to Africa. This is the equivalent to their corner store. This is the African version of a bodega right here, family, the local dump. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. I wish we had some Aborigines in here because they'll be hitting that like button and supporting the channel right now. They'll definitely be supporting the channel. We might got a lot of Tethers in here. It's a little quiet in here. I know you Tethers is probably upset and angry at the Bapaton, but I got to shoot it flat out to you. Y'all living fucked up, family. Like, it ain't a nigga in America that will go through conditions like this. It ain't a nigga in America that will go through conditions like this. Y'all see this? Y'all think they living straight? Hold on. Y'all think this straight? They living fucked up in Africa, gang. This ain't where you want to be at. Now look, this is a shopping center. This like going to the plaza. You know, you got your Hibbits, you feel me? Your Dollar General, your Gabe's, your Ross's, your Target. This is like the equivalent to our shopping centers right here. Just a bunch of starving, fleeing immigrants looking for an opportunity and any chance to try to shit on a Black American. So I got to ask myself, and I ask you guys, why do these Africans and Tethers hate so-called Black Americans so much, family? I need y'all guys to get in the comment section and let me know how y'all feel about
That's
this.
My girl, Nicety. Where were you? You were there, but I didn't see you. I was looking for you, Nicety. Where were you? I did not see you last night. I know it was packed in there. Where were you sitting, Nicety? Oh yeah, it was a beautiful vibe. So look, we're going to have another event. We're going to have one we're definitely going to have an Arutta Sussy event in December. We're going to have another one in November too, next month. We're going to have one next month. We're getting that together because so many people were like, hey man, we got to keep doing this. The line was real long. And we were, extra.
Hey, make sure y'all support the channel, man. So a lot of these people going, hey, they're going to try to say stuff. Listen, we're on code. There ain't nothing that a tether can make us feel any type of way about when they come from some of the most degenerate culture that has been observed by human beings on the planet. Like, this is real bad degenerate culture.
We have the food laid out. People love the food. People were
really
shout out to the hidden spread we had. Shout out to Bayou Grill.
Shout out to the Hidden History Museum. Seemed like they had it going on up out there. They got a little comedy show going on.
Y'all are using old profile pictures. They were like, hey, Tariq, you don't know who I am? Like, no, I'm such and such on Twitter. Like, my eyes were bugging. Ooh, you know, y'all look like that? Okay, all right. Oh,
You got our people fucked
boy,
up.
it was
Tyreek.
the
Chill out.
dunks was dunking last night. The dunks were dunking. Well, little bubbles poked out. Y'all were doing what y'all had to do, ladies.
Tyreek said it was some thick shit up in there.
Talk, as they do. So Musty Myron and his folks, they wanted to chime in.
Now, for those that don't know who Myron Gaines is a white supremacist wannabe. He's a degenerate. You can find him on YouTube talking shit about Black Americans and Africans in general, even though he's a East African. He's from Sudanese. He's from the tribe that goes out and take baths with cow piss. He's from that tribe. He's Sudanese, family. And obviously he's done crossed the line. He done got out of Sudan by giving up some of that pussy to the white man. If y'all don't believe me, y'all can go and find old college pictures of him smooched up in a corner with a white man. This is not AI. This is real facts. Yeah, he's mixed, all right. He got a little herb and a little white in him. He stayed getting a little white in him, you know, according to him. He's a pussy bopper. You understand me? You can find Myron Gaines hugged up in the nearest corner. And if you don't see him in the college party, it's probably because he's laid up with two men. I mean, literally laid up with two white men. So when we talk about Myron Gaines, we're talking about the degenerate of the degenerates. I mean, somebody who's obviously into white men, who was an FBI agent, who got a disdain and hate towards Aboriginal, indigenous, quote unquote, so-called Black Americans. So we got a homosexual fleeing immigrant from Sudan who like white men who hate black men. Come on, man. White men's, plural. You understand me? And I'm just saying, because I'm not saying white men's, two men's. You feel what I'm saying? It's because it's literally two men in the damn image, you know. He likes, at this night, I think he got a train ran on him, you know. So yeah, Myron Gaines has always been a musty
To
tether.
say little slick stuff
a little musty hating
about some of the images that we posted. For example, this right here. Let me show y'all what Musty Myron had to say. He said, laugh my ass off. These primates built a We Was Kings museum. Some jokes write themselves. Okay. Okay.
Now listen, I haven't watched this live stream, so we're all watching it live. This is a real live reaction, so we're watching it all live for the first time, family. And I'm pretty sure we about to witness Tyreek get off on Myron. I know he's about to roast him. It ain't too many people on the internet as funny as me. Tyreek is quite funny.
The Tether class, they've always had a problem with the Hidden History Museum. I've always said this. The Tethers like Myron, the Hidden History Museum, it really hurts their spirit. And again, you know, he's parroting the words of some of the white supremacists. They were in the comments talking about where's the diversity. You know, there's a lot of black folks there. So, when there's a lot of black folks, everybody goes on alert. All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me see.
Hey, shout out to everybody listening in on Twitter too. I do want to say shout out to everybody that is listening in on Twitter. Make sure y'all give me a quick retweet. I do appreciate y'all. Big yourself up over there listening on Twitter. Make sure y'all give us a quick retweet for those that's listening on YouTube. Make sure you share the live stream as well, family. We appreciate y'all. The Aboriginal Power. This is the Wake and Bake Show. So let's get to some more of this conversation. Where hell Myron Gaines got something to say?
Bad room to be a crayon in culture. They're saying all types of stuff. I can smell the room. Imagine, is that a KFC bucket hat? Where were they? They're just saying little slick white supremacist stuff as usual. Museum of Wee-Wuzzery. Where's the diversity?
First of all, did y'all see the little museum in Sudan? Did y'all see the museum in Sudan? Hold on, we got to show the museum in Sudan. Hold on, we got to show the museum in Sudan. Hold on, because they little shit is toe up. They shit just recently just got set on fire. They whole little museum then got set on fire. I don't know if y'all know that it was a whole disaster down there where they whole little museum burnt down. It wasn't nothing. A bunch of degenerate cultures burnt down Myron Gaines museum. Matter of fact, let me show y'all right quick. Hold on. This is Myron Gaines' little village and his little museum. A bunch of homeless Sudanese monkeys was living in this close and abandoned area of this museum. They was trying to light fires to stay warm and burnt the entire freaking building down, family. This is no joke. Somebody said there's a museum in Sudan. It was till a bunch of degenerate monkeys burnt it down like Myron Gaines.
All right.
And like I said, family, people like Myron Gaines, we can't allow these people to constantly speak up in degenerate culture about us. You see what I'm saying? You can't be no more degenerate than being hugged up, getting kissed on by a white man in a corner of a college party. Like, that is down low. Like that, you is lower than a snail belly to where you getting smooched and giving up your pussy at a college party to the point where they didn't convince you to let two white men run a train on you in a hotel room. Your pussy was sore and your butt hurt. And this is why you have this envy and vitriol and disdain towards us niggas. See, we can't keep on allowing this type of degenerate culture. Some of you guys might think it's amusing. I don't find it amusing. I find this as the most degenerate culture. Family, share the live stream, hit that like button. Let's get back into more of this Tariq Nasheed.
Yeah, when we're around, I noticed that there was a lot of where's the diversity? Whenever there's a bunch of black people getting together, enjoying themselves, boy, these people go on alert. Now, and by the way, speaking of museums, now Myron is from the Sudan. His museum in his homeland was just bombed to smithereens they got a civil war going on.
Oh, it was bombed. Okay, it was bombed and burnt. So it was destroyed. They got a whole civil war going on over there. So I just happened to see it run across my news. So that's what happened. I thought it was just burnt down for some crackheads. They said it was destroyed in a civil war that's going on.
They didn't tore up. Myron is from the Sudan. His museum in his homeland was just bombed to smithereens they got a civil war going on over there. They didn't tore up their museum. This is their museum in Myron's homeland right here. This is Myron's museum right here. All right. This is Myron's museum. This is recent, by the way. This is Myron's museum in the Sudan. All right. Fair use, fair use. Hold on.
Shattered remains of ancient statues and pottery lie among bullet casings at Sudan's National Museum. 2 years of civil war has killed tens of thousands and
Okay, and I got it fast just so I don't get a copyright strike, but fair use.
Displaced millions. In spring, Sudan's army expelled the paramilitary rapid support forces from Khartoum, but much of the city lies in ruins, including many of its cultural treasures. Some antiquities were damaged in fighting, many were carted off by looters. Rehab Kader al-Rashid.
We were kings in Sudan. Our country is going through apartheid in a civil war. We was royal. We were kings. You try to shit on us talking about we got this we kings mentality. Nigga, we are kings compared to a damn third world piss bathing ass monkey. A monkey that's from Africa that bathes in cow piss is always going to be a degenerate, and we will always be gods over anyone like that. We are who we are. Myron Gaines is a sicko. You think he wants to stay there in that country where they're starving and fighting, he was willing to do whatever he got to do to stay right there, even if he got to give up some of that bussy to some white men's, even if he got to endure sugars from a white man. Now, look, this is the doo-doo chaser, the boo-boo bandit. This guy's getting kissed on by openly known gay dude. This guy's actually the guy he's being kissed up on is a transsexual. He's an open transsexual now, and these were some of his college rugby teammates, and they used to be running rugby training camps on this nigga. So we can't allow no degenerate ass nigga like this to speak down on Aboriginal, indigenous, so-called Black Americans when we have never fled. We don't even compare. We can't even put ourselves in y'all shoes because y'all shoes is flip-flops that y'all flee in. We can't put ourselves in those type of things. I wish we had some Aboriginals in here. They'd be flooding the chat out with some fire emojis. I wish we had some Aboriginal and some FBAs listening in on Twitter because they'd be sharing this and reposting it on their Twitter, telling everybody to tap.
He is head of a committee set up to evaluate damage and secure museums and archaeological sites in Khartoum state.
The museum is extremely damaged. A lot of artifacts, they're very, very important to us, were stolen. And here in Israel, each piece in the museum has a story. All the pieces are important. What's stolen is extremely important for us as archaeologists. We have a number of pieces that were stolen from storage rooms and the main storeroom.
Sudan's antiquities body has counted about 4,000 pieces missing nationwide. Many appear to have been smuggled into neighbouring countries, an activity that's become rife during political upheaval. Among the treasures found at the National Museum are multiple temples, moved from the north in the 1960s.
Yeah, so this is his museum right here, just toe all the way up.
To protect them from flooding. One of the most spectacular is the Buhen Temple, built by the Egyptian Queen Hatshepsut, who reigned around 1500 BC. Rashid said it sustained damage during the fighting, which authorities are working to restore, albeit with, quote, very limited resources.
Okay, so that's why he mad. That's why he's mad. They done sat up there. They don't got no respect. They done toe up their homeland. They done toe up their museums. Their museums is rubble right now. Yeah? Let me show you some more of Myron's homeland. Since he like talking about us primates and all that stuff, let's show some more stuff of Myron's homeland.
Please show some more of Myron shit, because he's a struggling Sudanese. When you a struggling Sudanese, it ain't really too much to talk about. Let's show some more of his degenerate culture that he come from.
Let me just show some more. All right.
Come on, y'all. Y'all screenshot this.
This is the every day-to-day stuff. Just forget about the museum. This is just daily life in Myron's homeland right now. All right. Since he liked to talk about us, we just got to give a general reminder. This is Myron's homeland right here. This is his homeland. All right.
Yeah, this is some degenerate culture.
That's the Sudan right
there. Myron Gaines' cousin fleeing for freedom. The irony. It looked like this tank rolled over half of this goddamn car right here. And you got the nerve to be talking about our culture. You come from this is messed up over there, gang. Y'all living in shambles. And you got the nerve to come over here and talk about our culture. This is some of the most degenerate, fleeing for freedom ass countries that I've ever seen.
That's the Sudan right there.
If Bone Dry and Dusty was a country, this will have to be it. The first things that come to my mind is dry, dirty, musty, and desolate. Like the 3 Ds. You feel what I'm saying? Dry,
just habit,
dirty, and desolate. The triple Ds, man. Dry, dirty, and desolate. That's what comes to my mind, family.
Just havoc, ladies and gentlemen. Chaos and havoc. You understand? So now you get an understanding of where the white supremacists and the tether class, why they're always trying to take shots at our museum. You understand? Just understand why. Because listen, one thing they have a problem with, family.
Somebody said the whole country screams ashy. That's crazy. Black Ice said that tank looked like it need a front end alignment. It looked like it need a whole drive shaft. You understand what I'm saying? That tank ain't right. That was donated from the Somalian government.
Foundational Black American self-sufficiency. See, that shatters the control fantasy. So a lot of white supremacists and the Tethers, they feel powerful when they think Black progress is dependent on them. When foundational Black Americans like us, when we sit here and we fund and organize and celebrate our own culture without begging for inclusion, that dismantles the whole illusion that white or tether gatekeepers are necessary for Black advancement. You understand? When we're sitting around as foundational Black Americans just enjoying the hell out of ourselves, we're having a good time.
Right, that tank couldn't have been right, family. I'm with y'all in the chat. That tank was not right. You can tell it was barely moving, like it had two lawnmower engines, lawnmower and a weed eater engine tied together. He got little engines and a big old mobile. That ain't shit, man. This is degenerate culture at its finest. Shout out to everybody listening in. We got 77 listening in right now on YouTube. Let's share this around. Let's get 300 people in this live chat. I cannot do it by myself, family. The only way we can do it unless you guys share the live stream, man. So let's get back into it. Shout out to Tyreek Nasheed. Shout out to all my Aboriginal indigenous peoples in the building, man. Salute. Stand on y'all American business, man. We on code, man. Delineating, expressing our lineage, and gatekeeping our culture. Make sure y'all share the live stream, man. Let's get back to
eating good, loving, laughing. Everything is fly. We look good. We ain't begging nobody. We're having a great time. Boy, they go on alert. They go on alert. See, foundational Black American unity, that exposes their cultural fragility. See, foundational Black Americans, we're gathering joyfully in our own space. That highlights how shallow and performative diversity culture really is. See, a lot of these people, they hate foundational Black American unity because it radiates genuine culture and spirit. Something that a lot of them try to imitate, but they can't really produce.
Right. They stay trying to emulate.
They fear that image of Black prosperity without white oversight. You understand? We have Black events that's elegant, that's organized, joyful. That contradicts the whole narrative and propaganda that portrays Black gatherings as chaotic or criminal. See, that they love to cherry pick all the stuff that these tethers and white supremacists like to cherry pick is something degenerate. When we show that a crowd of Black folks we can get together and be classy and elegant and fly and laugh and just enjoy ourselves without being corny and goofy, without anything being chaotic or criminal, and it's just a successful, peaceful event, Black only, pretty much, and everybody's invited. You know, we invite everybody. We don't tell nobody they can't come. But to show that Black excellence, that's a counter narrative that threatens white supremacy's psychological control, because they know that's contagious. You understand? That's contagious when you see Black folks organizing and getting together and being fly and having.
Right. You can't help yourself. You see a bunch of Black people and we just vibing, the music right, the energy right, the food is right, the drinks is right, the night is right. It'll draw in any type of crowd amongst us, man. I mean, it just will. That's just how it works.
Fly events without looking for approval, without it being raunchy and degenerate. See, they know that can be contagious. And see, they understand diversity. Diversity, that's a one-way code for Black erasure. When they say, where's the diversity? What they really mean is, how come there are not any white people here to supervise these Negroes? That's what they mean. Wait, where's the diversity? No, where's the white managers? They got to be. Shout out to Ola. Everybody say what's up to my brother Ola. Shout out to my good brother Ola. Yeah, when they say where's the diversity, okay, is there a white manager or somebody that we can find? Where's the white person who we can confer with to see that they approve of any of this stuff? Is any white people watching them? That's what that means. Do we have a tether in there? Are there any tethers watching? Do we have anybody watching them Negroes? They might be plotting something. Huh? Oh, they hate black excellence. Don't let nobody fool you. They love degeneracy. They sit up and cherry pick degeneracy all day long. When we show black excellence, a bunch of black people getting together, because that goes against the whole narrative. When black folks get together, yeah, if 1 out of 20 black people gonna do this to you, if I see a black person, I'm supposed to. So we shatter that narrative with just a whole bunch of black people getting together, laughing, loving, eating, having a good ass time on our own terms, in our own spot that we funded. Yeah? No, black folks are fine. I'm looking for some of the Charlie Kirk shooters. That's who we're looking out for. We got the security guards looking for a white man with a backpack. That's who we looking out for that. Yo, black folks are fine. They're good. That's the safest place you're gonna be. That's safer than a Charlie Kirk rally, I tell you that. Yeah. Yo, the Hidden History Museum is one of the safest places you can be. You want to be around us. Huh? You see? They like diversity when it dilutes black ownership. See, you don't demand diversity at no whites only country club or some immigrant only business when some immigrants are running there's never where's the diversity when immigrants are doing their thing. All right, that's fine. When we do our thing, okay, how come it ain't this? How come this person ain't that? How come it ain't that? Because it ain't about you. You ain't being centered. See, a lot of the tethers, man, they mirror that colonized mindset. See, a lot of these melanated immigrants, man, they've been psychologically colonized even before they came here, before they arrived here. So they internalize a lot of anti-black bias. And they see foundational Black American independence as challenging their own assimilation strategy. See, they think they're going to mock and deflect as a way to align with the dominant group. And let's be very clear, there were some non-FBAs up there, and there are a lot of non-FBAs who support. All right, let's be very clear. I'm talking about the tether class, because we do have some non-FBA cats who are very supportive. We actually do. But I'm talking about the tethers, like the Myron gangs. Yeah, there's a lot of non-FBA. Like, people hit me up all the, hey, brother, I'm from England, man, and I love what you're doing. I ain't got no problem. I support it. That's not a tether. We got some riders out there, but the insecure ass Myron Gaines types whose homeland is basically a big floating toilet, oh, that messes with them. Because see, joyful black spaces undermine stereotypes. The sight of us just enjoying ourselves, dancing, laughing, thriving, that destroys that whole myth of angry, lazy, criminal black people. So the discomfort is not about diversity. It's about watching stereotypes die in real time. You know? That's why I notice the Tethers are always trying to project some kind of scam on the Hidden History Museum. They're always trying to project some weird scam. Just the fact that we can get together and thrive and have a good time. No, nigga, that's a club, nigga. You tricked everybody, nigga. It is a hookah lounge, nigga. They're just saying anything. They don't know what to say, so they just say anything. You know? Out of jealousy and hate. They resent what they can't recreate, ladies and gentlemen. See, foundational Black American culture, it's soulful, it's born out of centuries of creativity. The white supremacists and the Tethers, they spend fortunes trying to emulate and imitate Black music, Black slang, Black style. But you can't replicate the essence. Yeah? You can do the aesthetics, but you can't replicate the essence. So that breeds a lot of envy disguised as criticism. And see what they need Black dysfunction to justify their hierarchy. See, when foundational Black Americans, when we're unified, when we're cultured, when we're self-funded, that entire racial pecking order, it crumbles. And their hate is basically a defense mechanism. Because, see, they need images of black degeneracy, black dependency in order to rationalize their sense of superiority or their borrowed status here in America. Yeah? See, black joy, ladies and gentlemen, is revolutionary. Boy, when we are having a good time on our own terms, when we gather without begging for permission, that's a spiritual and political act of rebellion. Joy, confidence, collective success, those are the greatest weapons against the system, family, that feeds on black suffering.
Right.
So the outrage of the Myron gangs and the white supremacists, that's proof that the event was powerful. You understand? And I want y'all to, and one thing people always say, when they come to the Hidden History Museum, you feel an aura there. People feel, they always tell me that the vibe and the aura, it's almost a healing vibe. It's a healing aura when they come there, which is absolutely true.
Right.
And people, when they come, there's an extra level of respect when they come in there.
I believe that's anywhere. You know what I'm saying? We go anywhere where it's peaceful, it's good vibes, it's on some more elegant, educational type shit. My people's always on the right vibe. You never see a gang fight or a ratchet fight out at a museum or at some type of scholastic auditorium where scholarism and cultural is being talked about. You don't see fights breaking out. Your body naturally aligns you. The ancestors are still with you. They're not going to allow you to just do that type of stuff. They may be doing it in these tether cultures. Not in our
When people come to the Hidden History Museum, people go out of their way to be respectful. They go out of their way to be on their P's and Q's. You understand? And we have a lot of people from the community. We're like by South Central LA. So we have a lot of people from the community there. We have, we've had gangsters up in there who are on their P's and Q's. The gangsters are the biggest supporters of the museum, to be honest. Some of the street people around LA, they're the biggest supporters of the Hidden History Museum. They love that. They donate to it. They love it. You understand? Because they want their children to not get into no street business. They want that. I'm telling you, the LA, that's how we've been able to really to sustain ourselves so long, man. The brothers and sisters in LA have been so extremely supportive of the museum because they know it's needed. You understand? There's nothing else like it down there, to be honest. There's nothing else like the Hidden History Museum. So yeah, they go out of their way to protect it. There's nothing else in LA like that.
Tariq Nasheed popping this shit because a lot of people be hating on the Brody, but there's really no reason to be hating on him because he really be doing this thing. He he help out the people. He put together the museum, said he was going to do what he was going to do. You know what I mean? Unlike Umar Johnson.
All that other stuff is at the door. You come on in, you good. So it's a neutral place where everybody can come on in and kick it because of the aura of it. You understand? I want y'all to understand why that is important. Because of the artifacts we have in there. See, the energy of reverence and ancestral presence is there. When you go into a space like the Hidden History Museum, you can feel and sense it's a sacred cultural ground. We got artifacts of Harriet Tubman, big statues of Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, John Henry Clark, Biddy Mason, we got Frederick Douglass. We got all of these artifacts and images of some of these powerful ancestors of ours. So those things act as energetic anchors to a certain degree. They're reminders of dignity and resistance and greatness. So that energy subconsciously, it commands respect. So instinctively, when people come in, you align your behavior to the tone of the space. You understand? Same reason people go to church. You lower your voice in church. You lower your voice at a memorial. You show a certain level of respect because you feel that the ancestors are watching. You understand? Yeah, you got a big picture of Dr. Claude Anderson there, Dr. Kaba there. So you're not going to act a fool when these ancestors and these icons who are still with us here,
If you act a fool while them people is there, you just a degenerate your damn self. This is like if I have a get together, which I've had a couple of them over the years, a handful. Everyone been peaceful, respectful. Even people that I've even had issues with online, they come respectful, they show love, and it's always a turn up. That's just how we do.
See, when a
it's part of our
venue
culture.
radiates excellence, when it radiates discipline and pride, like the Hidden History Museum, that teaches visitors how to carry themselves.
Facts.
People don't want to bring chaos to a place that represents order, legacy, and spiritual continuity. So in psychological terms, it creates behavior mirroring. See, the people reflect the spirit of the icons around them. See, that's why the people like the Myron Gaines and all that, they hate that type of shit. Because that ain't their energy. Their energy is goddamn chaos and washing your hair with cow piss. That's your energy. So you can't relate to our folks. That's why the hateful ass Myron Gaines, they always
people talking about washing their head in cow piss. No, that's a real thing. That's not even a joke. That's not even a joke at this particular point. We're not talking about no fake stuff. We're talking about some real stuff. When he says that those people in Sudan, the Sudanese people take cow piss baths, this is real. This ain't no bullshit. You see what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let me show this to my YouTube chat right quick. Those on Twitter might be able to see this. Instagram as well. TikTok, y'all gonna have to come to YouTube to check it out. But look at this. He got to wake up early in the morning to go take a hot bath up under a cow's ass. Because this hot bath consists of warm cow pee and the water that come out that monkey or this lady cow. A cow piss shower is diabolical on all levels. Family, watch this. This is not AI. This is not AI. This video is, and by the way, they're not ashamed of this. So they I don't know why Africans get mad at us when we talk about it, because these Africans are not ashamed of it. As a matter of fact, he wanted to be on video to show the world how he take his baths in the morning. And y'all gonna be mad at us because we reacting to it? You got to be out of your motherfucking rabbit cotton picking ass mind. Yeah, you got to be out your cotton picking ass mind. If you think that's what we're gonna be dealing with, that's some degenerate culture right here. I need y'all to understand that. This is an African Sudanese behind the cow's ass, allowing the cow to pee on him so he can take a bath. Come on now. At what point in time in life are you so low down that you got something slick
to say? You can't relate to our icons who stood on business.
You can't relate to us
in no way, shape, form, or fashion. They stood on some damn business. So that's like kryptonite to a damn tether. You understand? A hateful ass tether who hates himself and hates his homeland and want to project that shit onto us. Yeah, you're gonna have a problem with it. Yeah, you can't relate, nigga. You know? Listen, ownership produces accountability. I want y'all to understand something, because it's all about preserving the icons and owning the narrative. That's why, family, you have places named after iconic Black people, but sometimes the energy is different. I'm going to get deep for a minute. The energy is different because of the ownership. I want y'all to follow me on this, family. Even if you use the names of our icons, who's controlling and owning the environment will still be reflective of who's owning the environment. All right, I want y'all to understand this. The Hidden History Museum, that's all of us. This is us. We put that together on our own. We're respecting our icons and we own and control it. We control the narrative. When you go to the hood or whatever in any city, you got MLK Boulevard. Now, you're naming this street after a cultural icon. The problem is, when you go around to MLK Boulevard, We don't own a lot of stuff on MLK Boulevard. Most of the stuff owned on MLK Boulevard, liquor stores by the Arabs, nail shops by the Koreans, businesses by whites and Jewish people. You understand? The 7-Elevens by the Indians and Arabs. Huh? So that's why the energy is always chaotic there. The energy is chaotic. There's no you're using the name, but there's no respect for the icons by the people who own and control the environment. We don't control that environment. You understand? See, the Hidden History Museum is Black owned, Black funded, and it's rooted in community purpose. It's rooted in purpose for the community. So that ownership, that cultivates accountability. So people come in, they know the space is an extension of themselves. You understand? When people come in, this is you. Y'all know it's an extension of you when you come in. So you ain't gonna come in on some stupid shit. This is an extension of you. That's why people always bring us stuff. A lot of the artifacts that we have, people come and, hey, this is from my family, and I love it. And please send more stuff, family. Please send me some of your stuff. We love it. People, hey man, there was a sister who gave us a jar of raw cotton. We put
a jar of raw cotton is crazy. A jar of raw cotton is crazy.
So it's always chaos.
What are you going to do with that?
You understand? It's always chaos. So the purpose has to be aligned with the mission and the environment and the control of the environment. That's why Hidden History Museum has always been a problem with the white supremacists and Tethers, because there's a certain energy, there's a congruent energy with the Hidden History Museum. The purpose and the environment, they're aligned. It honors the historic icons while it functions as a real life example of the principles: independence, pride, unity, cultural excellence. That's what you get when you come to the Hidden History Museum. We're not having no goddamn agendas. You're not going to come in there and see a nigga picture with a thong. You're not going to see a bunch of bullshit. You ain't going to see nothing weird. You see, you're not going to see some Trojan horse ass agenda like the museum that's not too far from us, the African American History Museum. You go in there and it's all types of bullshit in there. No? So yeah, we represent, man, it's a powerful, positive cultural curation. You know? See, when you come into the Hidden History Museum, you don't just see art, you feel identity. So there's an emotional alignment, and then that produces order. That produces self-regulation. Even healing, man, there's a healing vibe. People just feel better when they leave. Yeah, shout out to Dwan B, my host Dwan B. He was killing the game last night. Well, all the comics were funny as hell. Everybody was funny. Everybody was very hilarious last night. But family, I want y'all to understand something. You know, respect begets respect. When visitors see images of Malcolm, Harriet, Ida B. Wells, Dr. Welsing, you're reminded of moral excellence. So it's impossible. You just don't want to be in front of that and be on some dumb shit. You know, you feel like you're being watched. We got a big bust of Dr. Welsing in there. That just makes you want to be on your P's and Q's. You know, that produces a certain level of self-respect and composure. You know? But understand, the Myrons and people like that, you know, they have an issue with what we do, because these folks, they fail with the whole Pan-African thing. You know? They fail with that.
Oh, because, yeah. Look, I'm glad people are finally realizing that, because when it comes to delineating from Africa and from this Pan-African perspective, the Aboriginal indigenous movements was one of the first movements amongst us Black Americans that was pushing and going against the whole Pan-African and African understanding. Like, we was the first ones openly saying, like, listen, we do not have any African blood. We are Aboriginal, we're indigenous, we're American Indian, we're from America. And so that's really the first starts of the delineation movement. Can we be real with that? Shout out to my FBA, my Aboriginal brothers in the building. Can I be real for a second? Can we get our credit? Can Big Bap get his credit for being part of this early delineation before the term delineation became a real big thing? We've been pushing against these people since the beginning, family. Us as American Indians and indigenous folks have made it our duty to make sure we're standing on our American business and expressing our lineage and gatekeeping our culture, family. I need that to be understood first and foremost. I wish we had some indigenous peoples in here that was rocking, because they'd be supporting the channel. We ain't had nobody support the channel this grand rising. Make sure y'all hit that like button and share this around. We got 24 listening in right now on Twitter. All 24 of the family members that's listening in, make sure y'all give us a quick share. We will and do appreciate that. Shout out to everybody listening in on YouTube. We just now getting 97 people in here, and we just getting started. So make sure y'all share this live stream. 97 people on YouTube. Make sure y'all share this around. Hit that like button. That's going to push us in the algorithm. Let's get these likes up. You know what I'm saying? 68 likes with 97 people in here is diabolical, YouTube. I'm talking directly to you at this particular point. You understand what I'm saying? I need y'all to thumb up this video, share this around, get in the algorithm. For those that's listening in on TikTok, y'all already know the vibes. For those that's listening in on TikTok, y'all already know the vibes. Go ahead and share this live stream. Keep sharing it. Keep tapping that screen. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to open up the panel as well. If y'all don't feel comfortable jumping on the TikTok side, y'all more than welcome to come hop in over here on the YouTube side of things. All right. Shout out to everybody listening in on Instagram. All right. We got a couple Africans in there. We got Bingo. We got a couple Aborigine, Copper Jetty. I see y'all. Make sure y'all share this around on your Instagram as well. This is your brother, Big Aboriginal Power. Somebody said, I got some bad motherfucking shit I'm looking at early this morning. Hey, brother, it's always going to make a good morning go right. You understand me, Black Ice the P? You understand me? Sometimes you might have to take them to church. You understand?
Thanks to Black American independence, we have global Black leverage. And a lot of these people who fled, like Myron Gaines, they have a psychological refugee complex. See, many of them, they fled their nations. They were plagued by corruption, poverty, war. So when they come here, subconsciously, many of them resent foundational Black Americans for not having to flee. So seeing foundational Black Americans build institutions like the Hidden History Museum.
King Hawk, top of the morning, man. Top of the morning. FT Hawkins, I see you boot camp. Black Eyes. Cocktail, man, I'm not even about to say that nigga name. Hey, block who? Hold on. Is that your real name, family? Cocktavius? I don't like that name, fam. That is a. Can you please change that, bro? Mr. Tavius. I'm not even about to say the first half of your name. Mr. Tavius. Bobby Too Fly. Shout out to you, man. Make sure y'all share this live stream. Hit that like button, thumb up the video. We got a lot to get into, man. We got a lot to get into. And we're going to open the panel up.
And it thrive and it's popping. That reminds them of their own nation collapsing while we build progress inside the same country that oppressed us. Yeah? So that creates a lot of subliminal envy. Oh, yeah, Scroncho did turn it out last night. Scroncho turned it up. He was killing it. He killed last night. Scroncho was phenomenal last night. That brother was phenomenal. But family, I want y'all to understand.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. What's up with it, Mr. Tavius? Hey, you got to change the front end of your name, bro. That is diabolical, bro. Your name Dingling Tavius?
And if you don't, if we're hanging around on the corner, oh my God, these blacks, God, why don't you pull yourselves up by your bootstraps? There's so much opportunity. There's no racism. Look at you. All right, so now we got an event. We just built an institution. We have our own building. We have our own business. We have a museum. We having parties, fun, comedy show. We're in here by the dozens, just having a great time. Oh God, this is so goddamn woke. Oh, we was kings. Oh God, where are the white people? It's damned if you do. That's why we don't try to please these people. You can never please them. You can never please them, ladies and gentlemen. And also, let's get to the white supremacists. They have a bug in their ass. When we celebrate foundational Black American culture, they don't have no damn culture. Foundational Black Americans, we are the cultural soul of the nation. The white supremacists don't have a culture.
Right. What is the culture from Europeans that we practice in whole? American culture is Aboriginal indigenous culture, aka nigga culture. That's FBA culture. That's our independently created culture. We are the culture, family. I need y'all to understand that. We are the culture. Blood, sweat, tears. Put pain in. And I need the people to really understand that. We really put pain in when it comes to a lot of this information. Us as indigenous peoples been lifting the nations on our back when it comes to inventions, innovation, and culture. The entire nation has been on our back. You can watch and look at every nation that is here, for the most part, every ethnic group, and you can find within their ethnic group that a majority or at least a percentage of each and every one of them is deliberately going out of their way to practice nigga culture, Aboriginal / FBA culture. So the question is, if you guys are so infatuated, these immigrants, these African tethers, if they're so infatuated with our culture, why do they hate us so much, family? That's the question that we're proposing to everyone that's listening.
You understand? Listen, when you go to these white supremacist enclaves, meaning these states and cities and places where there's nothing but white people, no, what's the culture? Let's just talk turkey. What's the culture? Notice when you go to these all-white enclaves, you know what the culture is? The culture has to surround itself around nature. The attraction of these all-white enclaves, notice it's always built around nature. They have to build the culture around things that were already there for millions of years, like Yellowstone Park, some national park or something, some mountain, some river. You understand? That's what it has to be built around that. Yeah, you go to Wyoming and it's built around the national parks. That's some shit they ain't have nothing to do with. And also the national parks, they were initially curated by the Buffalo Soldiers, to be honest. You want to go there, even the national.
Right. They was curated by the Buffalo Soldiers that went to that region. And even before that, you got indigenous Aboriginal tribes that set up in those particular areas like Wyoming, Montana. They use these places for science observatories where they set up a lot of their scientific stations and was doing experiments and studies there. You understand me? So those areas had nothing to do with European culture. Like I said, the Buffalo Soldiers came out and curated those particular spots from Native Americans running those areas rabid, destroying animals and just drinking shit, leaving it trashy. So the Buffalo Soldiers had to come run them damn savages, them Native Americans, $5 Indians out the way. You understand what I'm saying?
National parks, we were the ones clearing the brush and establishing the damn national parks. If we want to even get technical with that, they can't even claim that. But yeah, all of their culture, which ain't really a culture, they have to surround their identity in these all-white enclaves around bears and wolves and shit that's already there. You understand? Yeah, Bigfoot and all that.
That is so true. Tariq on point with that one. That is so true.
They don't have no culture. The white supremacists ain't got no damn culture. Yeah.
I never even thought about it from that point of view. You know what I'm saying? I never really even thought about it from that point of view. That, yeah, they don't have no culture, and the culture that they do try to fake portray is always stimulated around nature or animals or insects and shit that they ain't have no hands in creating, and they've been there since the beginning of time. That is absolutely correct, though. I have to say that is absolutely correct.
Culture, yeah, with skiing, hunting, or they'll start claiming Native American stuff. Yeah, they have to claim that.
Well, you got to realize a lot of the Native Americans and Europeans go hand in hand. That come from the Native American political party. The Native American political party. If you guys ain't never heard of it, they most of the I think they call it the Know Nothing Party. You understand me? If you're not familiar, with the political party that they have, the Native American political party, aka the Know Nothings. Are y'all familiar with the Know Nothings? Are y'all familiar with the Know Nothings? This was a political branch that was created by Europeans and newly brought in Asians that was enslaved in the colonial Mexico. Okay, a lot of these Red Cross camps was involved in getting involved with it. These early Mormons and people like that of that nature got into these political parties after they had already signed and paid $5 to get into a doll's rolls. They created the Know Nothing Party, the Know Nothings, the American Party known as the Native American Party before 1855. This was a way to give these newly free slaves real grievances. The slaves happen to be not black. We're going to talk about that. A lot of people think that your ancestry consists of African slavery, when in fact, that is not even the case. Your family wasn't even slaves like that in America. So when we're dealing and breaking down the history of something, we're talking about the Native American political party, the Know Nothings. All right. These people changed the directly and pretty much gave the boundaries and efforts to push the federal government, because their whole gripe and who they were going against is the anti-federal government, who was established in 1855 and 1832, where they gave a lot of the pushback. They gave a pushback on the world expositions, the Columbian expositions, the world's fairs, all these things that were bringing these foreigners in by large numbers and accepting them into the American culture, into the American nation. So when we get into the Native Americans, like white people and these so-called Asians, right? The Europeans signed these dolls rolls, and they paid $5 to get on a lot of these rolls, which quote unquote made these people indigenous peoples from America, where they were able to get indigenous benefits. And now not only was they able to reap indigenous benefits, their ancestors reap the benefits. Their descendants that come later reap these benefits. And this is why you see Native American chiefs that look white, or some of them look mixed with Asian and white, and they're often running and controlling and orchestrating these casinos. These was their master plan from the giddy up, is to get all the benefits from the indigenous peoples, while the indigenous peoples get none of the benefits and get mislabeled into Negroes and color. Okay.
And then start lying about their part Cherokee and all that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? But they when they get together, it's soulless. It feels bland. There's no tension, there's no struggle, there's no diversity of expression to create cultural norms. See, culture, family, grows out of resilience. It grows out of resistance. It grows out of innovation. Foundation of Black Americans, we've had to survive under strict, ridiculous oppression. So that birthed entire cultural ecosystems: jazz, blues, hip hop, stand-up comedy, which is what we were producing last night. Moms Mabley was technically the first real modern stand-up comic. Did y'all know that? We created that whole concept of stand-up comedy as we know it today. That came from Moms Mabley, people like that. Yeah. So if you look at the white supremacists, their popular culture, it's all borrowed from us. Black music, black dance, black slang, black fashion, food. So the lack of originality in these all-white enclaves, see, that produces a culture that feels hollow. It's cultureless. See, they think consumerism is a substitute for culture. You know what I'm saying? Shopping malls, chain restaurants, strip malls, suburbia. You know, that's their social expression. Those are places that don't have no spiritual depth, no rhythm, no flavor. You know, that's just consumerism. You know? And yeah, regional culture is scenery. Like Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, their culture is tied to scenery and geography, not the people. People come there to see the mountains, the bears, the wolves, Nobody goes to these places to absorb the music, the food.
Right. Let's use Utah as another example, a dominantly white state. Nobody goes there because of the culture. There is no culture in Utah that is considered white culture or white American culture. There is no culture there. It's just the mountains, you see what I'm saying? What you got? Mormon culture, nigga? Mormon culture might be the only thing that you can get out of that.
The art, the people, nothing.
That's a religious fact.
Look,
it
when
comes
I was,
with all
I was just out there in
denominations.
Idaho and Wyoming, it was beautiful out there, and the people were very nice. The food. When I was there, I said, this is the worst food ever. Horrible food. But yeah, outside when it gets dark is nothing. You can tell ain't shit popping because when it gets dark, just nothing happens because you can't see nature. That's how you can tell a lack of a damn culture. When it gets dark, just everything shuts down. It becomes basically a hollow land of nothing. Yeah? But when you go to Harlem, when you go to New Orleans, when you go to Detroit, you go to Atlanta, you go to Houston, you go there for foundational Black American created culture. When you go to Chicago, you go to absorb that damn culture. You understand? We have it popping all day, every day. But let's be real. White supremacists, they don't have a culture, man. White supremacy is a system. It's not a culture. See, culture is an organic expression of people's activities through food, art, music, language, spirituality. White supremacy is a system controlled. It's built on control, theft, imitation, exclusion. White supremacy doesn't produce.
That's a key point that he just said. Shout out to True American Indian for the $10 Cash App donation. We do appreciate that. Shout out to True American for being the first and only person to support today's live stream. We do appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all support the channel. Don't let my brother True American Indian be the only one to support the channel, man. Don't be like that. Don't leave him out there to be the only one to support the real, man. Shout out to everybody listening in. Let's get back into some of this content. If y'all ready to rock the house out, I need y'all to drop a fire emoji right quick. If you stand on American business, if you want cold, drop a fire emoji. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turret just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
White supremacists, they don't have a culture, man. White supremacy is a system. It's not a culture. See, culture is an organic expression of people's activities through food, art, music, language, spirituality. White supremacy is a system controlled. It's built on control, theft, imitation, exclusion. White supremacy doesn't produce any authentic creativity. They only produce systems designed to exploit the creativity of other people. Yeah? That's why they always got something to say about us. Oh, God, we was king. Oh, look at your We Was Kings museum. You don't want to go to the We Was King. Y'all always trying to run around here talking about y'all was some Egyptian king. Some Anglo was a damn Egyptian king, which don't make no damn sense. Y'all weren't doing shit.
Yeah, that's how systematic racism acts too. They'll show you some shit and try to act like this is it. Have y'all ever seen Nefertiti? Nefertiti, the Egyptian lady, they try to say that she was Caucasian. Did y'all know that? They try to say that she was Caucasian. They said this was a white lady, an Anglo white lady. As a matter of fact, you can go and Google this. Matter of fact, let me show y'all right quick on the screen, just so y'all know I ain't bullshitting. This is how they portray it. They portray Nefertiti as a white lady. That's insane to me. This is diabolical. A big, long-headed ass white lady ruling Egypt. You got to be out of your rabbit ass mind.
White supremacists culture, it's defined by domination, not creation. Conquering, colonizing, claiming, stealing, and lying. Yeah.
Yeah, they say King Tut was Nefertiti's son. And but he is a little different, though. I ain't gonna lie. When you look up at King Tut, that nigga, he got a peg leg, a cleft palate, a bag back, and a speech problem. They said he got a cleft palate lip, a peg leg, and a bad back, and a speech problem. He sound like an inbred. He sound like one of them hillbillies from the damn Appalachian Mountains. You understand what I'm saying? No.
Their culture is parasitic by nature. It feeds on everybody else's culture to sustain itself. I'm talking about the architecture, the cuisine, the music, the fashion, anything that white supremacist society claims as their own, you can trace it directly back to Black, Indigenous, Asian, you know? Let's be real. White supremacist culture is built on denial and erasure. So instead of them acknowledging their dependence on other people, white supremacy, they try to rewrite history and they try to erase the sources of its inspiration. You know? It's parasitic by nature. Whiteness was created as a political identity, family. It's not a cultural identity at all. The aesthetics of whiteness is sterility, man. They're sterile. When you go to these places, these suburban enclaves, all white towns, they feel sterile, they feel monotonous, they feel emotionally hollow because white culture prioritizes control and appearance over rhythm, energy, and connection. That's why when you go to the suburbs, who are the white children acting like? They acting like us. When you go to the suburbs, the white kids are sitting up there acting and dressing like us, desperate for a damn soul. They're acting like us. They're emulating foundational Black Americans. They're studying what the hell we doing. You go to the suburbs and they yo, 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 word to the mother. They're trying to do us. Come on now. See, the white supremacy, man, they steal rhythm, but you can't reproduce soul. You can't reproduce that Majara spirit. You can emulate the rhythm, but you can't that Majara spirit that we got. You know, everything we created, jazz, blues, rock, hip hop, gospel, R&B, that comes from foundational Black American creativity. Now they try to imitate these forms, but the soul, the timing, the emotional power, it can't really translate because it can't replicate what it spiritually don't understand.
Right, it can't. It just ain't gonna vibe like that. You see what I'm saying? So you got to ask yourself, why do these people talk about the culture as if it's degenerate when your possibly high-class society is constantly emulating it? There's a white boy that's in Utah that literally try to emulate niggas' culture. Matter of fact, let's put him on the screen right quick. Now look at this. I'm not going to play some of the music because it's horrible, but I do want y'all to see this shit. This is some of the most corniest shit. Look at this. I mean, come on, man. He got a little YN starter kit on. You feel me? A zipped up jacket, a ski mask, and a hat to the side while rapping. He got a YN wannabe starter kit. This is a little white kid. Excuse me. This is a little pale-skinned kid from Utah. This is a little pale-skinned kid from Utah emulating the culture. Do y'all see this? Now, I want y'all to listen to it now. I'm gonna let y'all listen to a little bit of this degenerate stuff. Now, listen to this.
Hey.
Can't make this shit up.
30 mode, it made me trip when I got that call. I've been in my feelings, I can't even walk inside the mall. I can't even lie, and I press you a bitch.
Man, you is from Utah. Your mama and them is Mormons. You going to hell, son. He going to hell. His parents is Mormon.
Stand. That's why, people like Miles Davis used to call that out. He was like, white people, they try to play jazz, but they always play, they play all behind the beat. They can't really catch the beat. I don't know why. They can't catch the beat like we can. Miles used to call it out. He's like, they try, they just keep playing behind the beat. I don't know why white people do that, but they can't, they don't get it like we get it. Yeah? They can do good imitations. They can do good imitations, but to make you feel that, like, there's no white version of a Charlie Wilson. You know what I'm saying? You feel Charlie Wilson. You feel me? You got white singers who...
A white version of Charlie Wilson is diabolical.
You know what I'm saying? We do that. We hit your soul. Yeah. But consumerism, that replaced culture in white society. See, in modern white America, see, the culture has been replaced by consumption. Brand logos, fast food chains, pop fads. And that's not community-based or spiritually driven. That's just capitalism. Packaged as an...
Right. And so you got all kind of little degenerates that be coming around rapping, and they just don't got the soul. You see what I'm saying? They just don't got the soul. From Africans to Puerto Ricans to everybody. These people ain't got no real culture. And the ones that emulate us, you just hear it be like, damn. They ain't got no shit. As a matter of fact, let me listen to one of y'all one of these little degenerates. I think he a Hispanic. He dropped some beats, some raps the other day. It was so horrible. I want y'all to listen to this shit. This is what happens when a tether try to emulate our culture. This is a guy named Lucky Guzman. Now listen to this.
Let's go. On your ass, fuck, nigga. I ain't finna wait no time. Let go. Hey. I can't keep listening to dude. I heard you shadow ban my nigga cause you out this bitch faking views. You broke as fuck and this bitch probably dropped out of school. Now you on this bitch tryna go viral off faking news. He do this shit for clout, that's why he got Tariq and shit in his videos. These niggas ain't even big enough, that's why I draw subliminals. These niggas ain't even big enough, that's why I draw subliminals. You just a pseudo coon. Hey, most of these niggas broken and illiterate, they can't even read the room. He say the Vikings black, my niggas sound like a damn fool. Everything you got came from a white man, that BYU. You just a Jehovah's Witness and Mormonite. He think that he a Jacobite, but this nigga think he a Lamanite. Your skin black, nigga, they think you living with the curses. You always lying, you ain't monetized, nigga, you ain't got no purpose. I'm laughing out loud, nigga, you like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. They got a mask on. You quote niggas in your source like that's a big foundation. It's pseudo watch your mouth, nigga, and it's full of self-hatred. Again, you 12 hours straight. No citation. I ain't arguing with this nigga ain't got no translation. He saying copper color, but he penny pinching broke. All your sources that you quote be straight Reddit posts. You panel hopping all night, I ain't arguing with no joke. Flat earth logic, these niggas ain't even Bill Nye pseudo. Say you sorry, nigga, but you ain't, nigga, fuck that. Nigga citing Jake, nigga, hey.
What the type of rap is this, yo? This is a damn waste of a beat.
He citing Frank Joseph, nigga, like that's the history. Talking about Egypt was in America, nigga, that ain't no mystery. Bitch, you sound dumb as fuck. What you talking about, Memphis?
Well, you know that ain't a lot of cities out there. Egypt.
What you talking about, Cairo, Illinois?
I'm just saying, we got a lot of cities out here that's named after that stuff,
bro.
Dummy.
Nigga be all this dumbass shit ain't even been across the country. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about shit when you ain't getting no money. Nigga lucky the beat cut off. I'd have killed.
Man, do y'all hear this trash? No, you lucky the beat cut off. That is horrible. This is what degenerate Tether culture does when they try to emulate Black Americans and Aboriginal Indigenous Americans.
Identity. Okay, how can we exploit something? You know? Because the white supremacists, they ain't got no spiritual connection. They connected to exploitation. Yeah, ain't no white Donnie Hathaway, ain't no white Patti LaBelle. You got some white women who can scream and do some runs, but you ain't hitting it like you ain't hitting the motherfucker like Coco from SWV. You ain't hitting it like Patty. No. You ain't hitting it like Jasmine Sullivan, you know? Come on now. Wait, you said some African said Charlie Wilson is from Sierra Leone? Shit. Charlie Wilson grew up in Tulsa. Charlie Wilson was born up out of that Tulsa race riot energy. That's why they named the group Gap Band, Greenwood, Archer, and Pine. They named it after the Black Wall Street area. Charlie Wilson was very woke. He came from that culture. You know? Came out of that culture of resistance and struggle. That's where the Gap Band came from. That's what GAP, Greenwood, Archer, and Pine. That was the culture of the corner of Black Wall Street where they bombed it. That's why he made the song, You Dropped the Bomb on Me. That came from that. You understand? Charlie Wilson, I love Charlie Wilson. One of my favorites. I see Charlie anytime he come to LA. You know? Yeah. But just like the white supremacists, the Pan-Africans and the Tethers, like the Myron Gaines, you know, they always have a problem with foundation of Black American culture and us delineating, and this Renaissance movement that we're having as foundation of Black Americans. The insecure Tether class, they got a problem with it, and many of these Pan-Africans, they got a problem with it because...
Man, listen, a lot of these damn degenerate ass people that we call Africans and Tethers, these people are fleeing their countries in large numbers. They're going to do whatever they got to come over here. I mean, they be shucking and jiving at the immigration office. Nigga, they be grinding for a green card. You understand what I'm saying? Seriously, grinding for a green card. If you don't believe me, let's play the new hit single.
Be grinding for a green card. I wanna make love to you. Be my 90-day fiance. From over on an intertube. Long distance lover, you know I wanna see you. I'm trying to get my travel on. I need that H1 visa. People say that I am musty. Some people call me ashy. But when it's time to get a green card, I'm down to get nasty. I'll be grinding for a green card. I wanna make love to you. Be my 90-day fiance. I'm from over on an intertube. I'll be grinding for a green card. I wanna make love to you. Be my 90-day fiance. I'm from over on an intertube. I'll take a plane, a boat, and in a tube. I'll take a hot air balloon just to be with you. I'll kiss your neck, I'll kiss your lips. I'm trying to make love for my citizenship. Oh, I'll be grinding for a green card. I wanna make love to you. Be my 90-day fiance. I'm floating over on an inner tube. I'll be grinding for a green card. I wanna make love to you. Be my 90-day fiance. I'm floating over on an inner tube. Grinding for that green card. Ooh-wee. Playing this love game, girl, is hard. Ooh-wee. But with you I know I'll succeed. A green card is all I need. Grinding till the end. Just 90 days, you'll be my girlfriend.
A musty Tether will do anything to flee over here. These niggas are grinding for a green card ass nigga.
Now, see, that exposes their dependency complex. A lot of these Pan-Africans, man, and these non-FBAs, they've built identities around the belief that Black progress It has to come from Black unity with Africa and global coalitions. When foundational Black Americans, when we achieve success and progress alone, that exposes their so-called unity movements, which are really dependency schemes. See, that proves that liberation can happen without begging Africa or the diaspora for any validation. Yeah? See, they love running around here. One of the Pan-African narratives is that, yeah, we can't, and if Africa ain't free, no Black people gonna be free. No, 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 no. No, no, no. History proves the opposite. Every major gain for Black people worldwide, from civil rights to cultural breakthroughs, that started with foundational Black Americans. That didn't start with African states. Can we be real? And I'm really not trying to beat up on Africa. I'm not trying to beat up on you, but let's get this shit right. Civil rights, even Pan-Africanism itself. That was Martin Delany. That was us doing that.
Yeah, Martin Delany, Paul Cuffey. You feel me? These was Black Americans, even though they was indoctrinated by the church, even though they was influenced by the church, even though they was doing the devil's work, it was created from us. It wasn't, they had no involvement with no Caribbeans. It didn't have no involvement with no Africans. You know what I'm saying? This was a creation by us niggas in America. And we got to know that. You see what I'm saying? As indigenous peoples. So when it comes to what we have done, nobody has had a hand in helping us. They love to try to take ownership and latch and tether on to our greatness. No, you can't do that. Y'all been trying to do that. This is why delineation is key. Shout out to everybody in the building. I wish we had some Aborigines up in here, man, and some FBAs that understand what I'm saying, because they'd be dropping fire emojis in the chat. They'll be supporting the channel and hitting that link that's in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. We got 25 listening right now on Twitter. Make sure y'all reshare this. Give us a quick retweet, family. We got 115 listening right now on YouTube. Give us a quick share, family. Share this on all your social media outlets. And we got a few people listening in on TikTok as well. Make sure y'all share this as well. Instagram, you already know what to do. All right. But yeah, man, it ain't nothing that can compare to us. No culture. None of these immigrants, Africans, tether class of people, their degenerate culture is the most degenerate culture on the planet. They're literally the face of degeneracy. Third world havoc. Chaos and havoc is all these people, countries, and nations and cultures come from. Chaos and havoc. There's nothing genuinely vibrant with it. It's always chaotic and starving and beggish and fleeing-ish.
Here. Anti-colonial movements, the reparations discourse, all that traces back to foundational Black American struggles and victories. Because we achieved success.
For those that's listening in on TikTok and Twitter, make sure y'all tap in. I'm gonna share the link for y'all that's listening in on Twitter. If y'all want to come on the panel, I'm gonna drop the StreamYard link in the Twitter chat. All right. So make sure y'all support the movement. For those that's in there, y'all hit that link if y'all want to come on. Shout out to everybody listening in. Let's get back into some more of this content. For those that don't know, this is your brother Aboriginal Power, and this is the Wake and Bake Show.
Inside the most powerful white supremacist nation, you understand? Without anywhere to flee to, we had to stand on damn business. So that model gave leverage to the entire Black world. They emulate us. We are the vanguard of global Black freedom. Let's get that shit all the way straight.
Jermaine, you right, brother. I'm glad you're doing your genealogy, bro. Genealogy is the key to understanding knowledge of self, family. Let's shout out to what my brother Jermaine said on his genealogical research and looking at some of his family. Jermaine said, my great-grandmother was born in 1919, and her mother was born in 1877. Both were born in America. Guess what? You keep diving deeper, and I guarantee you're going to find her mother. The lady, one of your beautiful great-grandmothers that was born in 1877, you're going to find out that her mother was also born in America. in the early 1800s. And I guarantee she had her own land, lived, thrived, and lived good. And at the height of slavery, family, the narrative of us being slaves, the narrative that we're not from here is baloney. It is straight up malarkey. There's overwhelming data based off of our archaeological, genealogical records that contradicts the mainstream narrative of history, that we all have the same unique 10-plated history cookie cut out of history book, that we all came over here on a random boat, dropped off at a random dock, sold on some random auction block, and created and built America by the force of the hand of the European. That is malarkey. That is absolutely hogwash, bullshit. You understand?
Yeah. We are that. That's why the Myron Gaines and the Tether classes, they have an issue with that. Because the foundation of Black American progress, that shatters that the global inferiority narrative. See, foundation of Black Americans, we were enslaved longer and we faced the most degenerate white supremacist power system on the planet. Yet we still built thriving businesses, thriving areas, music empires, intellectual schools, global cultural dominance. So that undermines that colonized trauma excuse that a lot of these non-FBAs try to justify. They use that to justify stagnation, you see? Because you say, hey man, how come y'all shitting on the street and you ain't got no dirt world? We were colonized, nigga. They colonized us. The government and they colonized us. Yeah. That's the go-to excuse. The government, you understand, our government is oppressive, nigga. Like ours weren't. Ours was too, even worse. And we were the minority. So yeah, our success, it takes away.
Right. You go. These people do
the street. You ain't got no dirt world stagnation. You see, because you say, hey man, how come y'all shitting on the street? You ain't got no dirt world. We were
colonized, nigga. Nigga, we ain't gonna just shit in the street. Y'all got a huge crisis going on with public defecation in Africa. Don't believe me? Let's read it on the screen. Open defecation remains a significant public health and challenge in Africa, with approximately 220 million people practicing it in sub-Saharan Africa, leading to severe health and socio-economic consequences. Now let's read a little bit. It said open defecation is widespread issue in sub-Saharan Africa, with 220 million reported to practice it in 2015. This number has increased from 204 million since the year 2000. Countries like Nigeria, Ethiopia, Chad have high rates of open defecation, with Nigeria alone counting for 47 million open shitters, defecators, ranking second globally. These people are the number one dookie poopers in the street. They poop in the street in a large amounts of numbers. 47 million dookiers publicly dookieing in the streets of Africa, family. I need y'all to understand that. We're showing the charts and the graphs on the screen that Nigeria, out of 1,000 different countries in the world, Nigeria ranked number 2 in the most shittiest. Come on, man. Y'all got a world's record for being the most dookiest people on the planet. Literally doo-dooing when y'all come out the courthouse, doo-dooing when y'all get done doing brain surgery, just doo-doo on the street, doo-doo outside the bar, doo-doo outside the grocery store. Y'all just shitty, man.
Colonized, nigga. They colonized the government and the justify stagnation, you see? Because you say, hey man, how come y'all shitting on the street and you ain't got no dirt world? We were colonized, nigga. They colonized the government and they colonized us. Yeah. That's the go-to excuse. The government, you understand, our government is oppressive, nigga. Like ours weren't. Ours was too, even worse.
Yeah, but their government is their people, though. Their countries is 99% controlled and ran by Africans. There's no minority class in their nation states in their political government seating.
To excuse the government, you understand our government is oppressive, nigga. Like ours weren't. Ours was too, even worse. And we were the minority. So yeah, our success, it takes away that excuse. So that the Myrons and all of them, it makes them look real bad. Yeah, you can't say, oh, oppressive government, nigga. There was no other government more oppressive than the U.S. government to us. There was no other government that damn oppressive. So yeah, you can't use that as an excuse. So people are looking at you like, well, damn, why are you running to the border? But see, a lot of the Pan-African and the Tethers, man, they resent the fact that we don't need African approval. See, for decades, they push the narrative that we gotta reconnect with the motherland to find an identity. Whoa, you a Nakata. You ain't got no identity. You ain't got no culture. You gotta reconnect with the motherland. And we say, oh, wait a minute. We already got a huge lineage, culture, spiritual system born right here on this land. We're not guests here. We're the foundation of this land here. And then we start realizing that.
Contrary to belief, the majority of Black Americans are the Aboriginal indigenous peoples of this land. We have majority, if not 100%, indigenous Aboriginal history and lineage here. We need that to be understood most and certainly. You understand me? Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Give us a quick share. Hit that like button. That's going to put us in the algorithm. Share this live stream. We do appreciate y'all.
That type of independence, that threatens the Pan-African gatekeepers who rely on selling Africanness as an identity product so they can exploit our asses, to be honest. You see, when foundational Black Americans, when we establish museums, films, schools, cultural movements, all funded by ourselves, we ain't groveling to the white people. We make it happen on our own. That exposes how a lot of these non-FBAs, they rely on foreign investors, NGOs, Western aid to fund anything they do. And they got a problem with that. I'm not trying to beat up on y'all. I'm not trying to be mean, but when the people like Myron Gaines start talking that shit, we're going to have to bring some truth to power. See, Myron, his friend, they got to sit around waiting on the airplane, waiting on Sally Struthers to come through. They got to wait on white people to come drop off some grain. You understand? So they can't move in their minds. They can get shit popping. But psychologically, they've been defeated to the point where they got to wait on white people. They can't do shit. They got to stand there all in a huddle with dirt cookies, waiting on white people to come drop off something instead of everybody getting on code with each other. So the Myrons, they bring that same jive-ass mindset over here, finding the white people, aligning with them to undermine everybody else. And we're like, hey, get your ass up out of here. We ain't with none of that. You understand? Get your ass up out of here. See, we prove that self-funding and self-determination, that is possible. And we're showing you in real time. And that makes a lot of these dependents insecure. They're dependent on white mommy and white daddy, and they can't stand the fact that foundational Black Americans, we became the world leaders in cultural and influence. From music to fashion, the entire Black identity globally is modeled after foundational Black American creativity. And a lot of the Myron Gaines and all these people, they hate that shit. They hate when the world thinks of Black culture, they think of us, not them. Because Myron loves running around. I'm more African American than you niggas. I'm more African American than you. You ain't foundational Black American, you musty tether. All right. See, that resentment, that fuels that constant attempt of trying to co-opt our culture while trying to erase it as well. And they resent that we, foundational Black Americans, our culture doesn't need external validation. See, foundational Black American culture, family, it was forged through struggle, creation, and triumph. Yeah? It wasn't forged through outside approval. In fact, we try to keep the white supremacists out of our damn business. See, a lot of these non-FBAs, many of them, they crave validation from Europe, from Africa's old colonial elite. The foundation of Black American pride, it's rooted in self-validation. You see, that's why we get together and have a good-ass time by ourselves. And that makes these folks uncomfortable because that's something they never really achieved collectively. Can we be real? When they get together, well, shit, they get to shooting. You want to talk about somebody who get to shooting, they got all types of civil wars and stuff going on over there.
Yeah, you get around some Africans, they definitely start shooting. They got kid cannibals and some whole shit.
Somebody asked, this is one of the workers from last night. Hold
Literally,
on, sorry,
kid cannibals.
Hold on 1 second.
Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Let's get those likes up, family. Hit those likes. Support the channel.
Sorry about that. One of my workers from last night. And that's another thing, man. The great thing about the Hidden History Museum, we employ a lot of people in the community. That's something that's very important too. And that's why people really enjoy the events because y'all saw all my workers there last night. They were just making sure everything was cool. If somebody dropped a drink, boy, they came out with mops and just making sure everything was good. All of the people working there from the community. We had all the people from the community come on in. Black workers, Black staff, Black front staff, the caterers, Black-owned business. We had Bayou Grill, who's over there in Inglewood. So, the whole community benefits. Everybody comes in and has a good time. The comedians, everybody get paid. Everybody, they're coming in having a good time, and the community is being taken care of. Yeah, it ain't Boko
Haram. You can't even hate on a nigga that hires the community and definitely give back to our people, bro. Like, y'all can say what y'all want about Tyreek and his ideology, which I don't agree with everything he say in history, but you gotta respect the man that gives back to the people, bro. At the end of the day, you feel what I'm saying? So that's just real on real.
And didn't nobody get kidnapped and sold? None of that shit. Like in Myron's homeland. Myron's homeland, their museum getting shot up and looted. And he over here talking shit. So a lot of these people, they resent the focus on tangibles that we have. See, our movement, man, we're talking about doing things with measurable results. We ain't doing that symbolism shit no more. We out of the symbolism game. We're out of that whole shit. The symbolism game, we're out of that. Right now, Foundation of Black Americans, we're talking about measurable results, reparations, political accountability, ownership, safe spaces where we can come and be safe and look out for each other and enjoy ourselves. We can eat. We ain't got to worry about being discriminated against. We ain't got to worry about some janky doorman having a color complex, none of that shit. None of that. Well, we can go and everybody has a good time and your blackness is prioritized. That's what we own. The Pan-African, they still want to do all this vague emotional sloganeering and global liberation without liberating anything or without doing anything in Africa. We ain't trying to hear none of that shit no more. You ain't building nothing here or in Africa under Pan-Africanism.
You niggas is divisive, niggas. You niggas is divisive. You don't want to come together to work with us in the motherland. You don't want to be unified with your brother. Nigga, y'all not even unified in Africa, fam. Brother, the nigga is not unified nowhere, nigga. Nigga, nobody is unified in Africa. Y'all are 52 different countries that have no internal connections or contractual allies. Y'all all beefing, scattering, trying to look for a little grain of rice. The culture is diabolical.
Global liberation. Without liberating anything or without doing anything in Africa. We ain't trying to hear none of that shit no more. You ain't building nothing here or in Africa under Pan-Africanism. No, they ain't got nothing going on. So we, looking at our foundation of Black American lineage, it's making that rhetoric look real hollow. That's why they've been crying on social media, because, yeah, we're out here making moves. Yeah, we're focused on economics and lineage, and that's showing how empty that Pan-African symbolism is. And
Pan-African being dead. The death of Pan-African will happen 4 or 5 years ago. As a matter of fact, we got some new merch available. If you want to get some of the merch, I'll have some of my moderators drop the link in the description box. Check out some of that merch. We got some Pan-Africanism is dead merch. Make sure.
Speaking of that, let me show our tweet.
Aboriginal merch.
Lady. This is why we've been gatekeeping first. And delineation is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. This is why right here. Let me show y'all something. This tweet right here represents exactly what I'm talking about. See, this is why we got to watch who's who. So when people come around us talking all that stuff, hold on, like this woman right here. This woman put up a tweet. Hold on. This woman was like, guys, pray for me. I'm not talking about, She says, guys, pray for me. I'm not taking what's happening to the Black community well. I've been crying nonstop in silence. My heart is aching. And I truly don't know how I'm going to survive the next 3 years. So please check on your loved ones. And people are like, what the hell are you talking about, ma'am? What are you talking about? What's happening to the Black community? People are looking at that like, okay, what are you saying? What does that mean? And even in the comments, let me go to the comments. People were very confused about what does that mean? Hold on. Let me go to some of the comments. Hold on. There's a lot of white people kind of bigging this woman up. They were like, thank you. Well, you survived. And they're like, yeah, what are you talking about? Like, what's happening? People are like, well, what's happening in the Black community? Like, what are you talking about? Praying for you, sis. Yeah, we got you. Like, what are you talking about? We all dealing with the trauma in the Black community. What are y'all talking about? What does that mean? Then we look at another one of her tweets. Let's look at this here. This is another one of this woman, same woman. This is one of her tweets from earlier this year. All right, hold on. This is another one of her tweets. Hold on. Like, what the F is up with these people and all this reparations bullshit? It ain't happening, Black folks, so let that shit go. Damn. Okay. So y'all already know, when y'all see that type of talk, y'all already know where that's going to go. All right, when they talk like that, your antennas go up, so you already know what's up with that. And then you look at this. Hold on. Oh, what am I doing? Hold on. There's her.
Yeah, man, we got to understand, man, when it comes to our peoples and our spaces, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the building. Pompano the Third Ave said, what is a Black community? You don't know what a Black community, a so-called Black community is? You might be a tether, damn fam.
Haitian American. I have one daughter, and I'm a grandmother with 2 lovely daughters. I'm an unapologetic Hillary supporter, never Bernie. Go to hell. There you go. Now, boy, these folks get over here and start talking. See, this is why delineation was so important. This is why delineation was so important, because, see, before we start really delineating, these folks could come around us and talk all this bullshit to undermine us. And we're like, what? What the hell? So, yeah, that's their job, to come around us to start talking about movements that we got and us trying to get tangibles. And they're the first ones to come around us to try to undermine it. A Democratic damn tether. That's why we can't have people sit up here representing us. We stop that. That's why delineation is essential. Delineation is necessary. We have to represent us because we cannot let these people represent us, these people who already failed. You done failed in your homeland and you want to come.
Right. If somebody that failed in their homeland can't never lead us. You ain't got nothing to give us. You ain't got nothing to show for anything that you tell them. Oh, nigga, you should do this, nigga. Nigga, you niggas should do this. No, you should have did that in your homeland. You failed and fled. You're not going to talk to no niggas who haven't failed and nor have we fled. How dare you speak to thou?
It's necessary. We have to represent us because we cannot let these people represent us, these people who already failed. You done failed in your homeland and you want to come over here and bring that same failed ass mentality. That's that same failure mentality as the Myron games. You couldn't get nothing popping over there and you want us to be fucked up in the game just like you. We as Foundational Black Americans, we are the last vanguard to global Black empowerment. We are. If something happens to us, it's over for Black people globally. It's a wrap. Foundational Black Americans, we are the last line of defense against global Black exploitation.
Man, but we ain't defending the world. We defending ourselves. While we was been trying to defend the world, Brother Tyreek, they have never defended you. They jumped inside up under the umbrella of the colonizer, as what you call the white supremacist class. All the immigrants, all the tethers, all the buffer class. Yeah, we are the last vanguard. And if something was to happen to us, it would be a wrap. The reason the rest of the world, as melanated people, quote unquote, so-called Negroes around the world, get looked at with any respect is because of us. You understand me? The reason they're in Russia and Europe and ain't getting a boot to their ass is because of us.
Exploitation. You understand? The Pan-African opportunists, they're not going to do anything. The foundation of Black Americans, if we don't protect ourselves culturally and politically and economically, the whole global push for Black liberation collapses. You understand? The freedom and innovation of Foundation of Black Americans it's not just an American issue, it's the engine for Black progress worldwide. So without us protecting our lineage and our interest, everybody else will lose the blueprint for resistance. You understand? Everybody else is going to lose the blueprint. We are the blueprint. We are the vanguard. Yeah? Straight up. Man. Anyway, let me get up out of here because I think I'm going to do a live on my Twitter space a little bit later, family. But listen, everybody, man, I cannot.
Man, but listen, though, a lot of this degenerate culture, you got to realize when you start looking at degenerate culture, it comes over here from these Africans and Caribbean tethers. It comes over from these African and Caribbean tethers. A lot of this degenerate culture come over here from these particular people. As a matter of fact, I got a clip. I'm not going to show you the audio because it ain't no visuals. So I'm going to just leave the screen.
Okay. What's your problem with immigrants?
My problem is hold on, boy, shut your mouth. Don't ask me a question and just keep talking, boy. Stay in your place and you listen. Now, why are you so butthurt?
Bro, you sound like a homosexual, nigga.
But nigga, stop it. You stay whining under my page like a hoe. Now, nigga.
Yo, what's with this anti-African sentiments, bro?
Dude, why you got so much jealousy for Foundational Black
Jealousy
Americans?
for what?
Jealousy because we didn't flee and you did, nigga. That's
bro, FBA is not a lineage.
It is a lineage.
No, it's not.
It is a lineage.
You formed that shit, bro.
Yeah, all lineages are formed, fool.
Bro,
that's how it
that's
works.
not a
That's how lineages work.
FBA is not a
That's how lineages work. People form them. You moron.
Bro, your shit is copyrighted, bro. How's that a fucking lineage?
Stop it. No, it's not copyrighted.
Yes, it is.
Stop lying. No, it's not.
It's just a corporation,
it's a
bro.
Lineage. It's not. You're just sitting here saying anything.
It's a fact, though.
You like a
nigga.
You're like an angry hoe. Angry hoes just say anything. You're like an angry, bitter
Bro, you
hoe.
sound like a
You just
homosexual,
running your
bro.
mouth. You're fantasizing because you got your pussy spread just
Who
like the
says
dude you
bussy,
called
man? Come on, you
before.
sound gay, bro.
You,
Sound like a
dude, you're
butt boy.
projecting. You're projecting,
Sound like
dude.
a butt.
You sound like Terry McMillan's husband. You trying to get your groove back with your pussy spread, nigga. So stop it. You came over here to the Americas from Jamaica to get your groove back with a strong man, and you mad because foundational Black American men are sunning you, and you are a nigga who fled his homeland like a hoe. And that bothers you, didn't it?
Blood, where? I live in Jamaica.
No, you don't.
Yes,
You
I
live in
do. I got
Jamaica,
a house in
Queens.
Jamaica, bro.
You live in Jamaica, Queens, nigga. You don't live in Jamaica. You don't. You fled and you came over here. Stop it. You're not in Jamaica right now. You're right here in the land foundational Black Americans built with your bitch ass, aren't you? Come on, Jonathan.
Bro, what's your purpose, man? What's FBA's purpose?
Our purpose is to get rid of riffraff
Immigrants, Black immigrant?
to get rid of riffraff hoe ass dudes like
You
yourself.
sound like an agent.
Stop it. You're just saying anything like a disgruntled bitch. You're just saying anything. You're like a scorned woman. Scorned women just say anything, all emotional. Listen to you.
Bro, you
Mad.
sound emotional, bro. You sound
Dude, you stay up in our mentions. You follow us around whining about foundational Black Americans. Oh, what man follows other men around? What
bro,
man?
what's your purpose, man? Why you gotta sound so anti-African?
The purpose is to get your Bucci cat sent out of our circles, nigga. Your Bucci cat is stinking up the room, and we don't need whiny bitch dudes like yourself.
Yo, you sound like an undercover homosexual.
Stop it, dude. You are overcover homosexual, dude.
Nah, bro, you sound like a gay dude, man.
Dude, you're laying on your stomach right now.
I'm like a butt boy.
You're laying on your stomach listening to Lil Nas X while you're talking to me right
now.
No,
that's your type of shit, bro.
No, that's you right now.
That's your type of
right
shit,
now.
man.
Nigga, you got a hair roller in the front of your hair so your bang can hang, nigga. So
you sound like an angel.
Moist. Stop it. You have nothing, sir. You got a hair roller, a pink roller, so your bang can flutter in the wind while you ride your bike to your
purpose of FBA?
The purpose is a lineage. A lineage don't have
that. No, that's an organization.
It ain't no organization, dude. Organization is what you belong to, the LGBT community. That's what organization you belong to.
Nah, bro.
But we're not an organization.
Bro, protecting, bro.
You belong to moist niggas for drunk drivers. You belong to organizations. We don't belong to an organization. We're talking about a lineage. You belong to an organization. Jerk chicken for transsexuals. You belong to an organization, not us, dude. And you're mad because you had to flee like a punk.
Yeah, you projecting. FBA's not a lynch, bro.
I hear a strap on in the back. I hear your vibrator in the back, dude.
Yeah, project.
So you're playing with yourself as you talk to me like a punk bitch.
Bro, who says that?
Because I hear electronics in the back. You're up here fondling your boy Gina as you talk now. This is the kind of dude who follows other men. No, this is what my foundational Black American men. We don't follow dudes around whining to them. You've been following us around like a hoe, whining to a man.
Bro,
I'm hearing stuff vibrating the back.
Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah,
okay. Stop it, and you're gonna get this work. You're gonna get this work while you sitting up there rubbing jerk sauce on your Bucci cat. You've been following us and whining, and what you need to do is go build your homeland back up instead of coming over here whining like a hoe.
Bro, I got a house in Jamaica.
Stop it. You have an outhouse.
Anyways, what's your purpose?
Stop
what's your purpose in life? We went from Malcolm X to you, bro? Come on, man.
Dude. What's your purpose for fleeing your homeland?
I never fled.
Yes, you did. You're not in Jamaica.
Bro, I got a house in Jamaica, bro.
Stop it. Just stop it. No,
what you talking about, man?
No, you don't. You're sitting over there.
What's your problem with Black immigrants?
You're sitting somewhere in New York with some cake soap on, nigga. You ain't got no house in Jamaica. You fled and you ain't never going back. You sitting there with your green card laminated. You ain't going nowhere. You right up here eating off us, and you butthurt and you mad.
Bro, what's your political agenda?
Man, my political agenda is to get fuck niggas like yourself up out of our mix.
Yeah, what?
To get you out of our mix, so you don't come undermining us with your jealousy. That's my agenda. Now, what you gonna do about building up your homeland that you fled?
Bro, what are you doing, bro? What's your agenda?
And why do you keep vibrating your strap on? Cut that shit off while you talk to me. I don't want to hear you playing with yourself. What's wrong with you, dude? Go call Malik Yoba or something. Dude, you up here with vibrators in the background, dude. You hella moist. Calling up, whining to another man with vibrating.
He said that nigga hella moist.
Dude, get your groove back with somebody else. I don't know what you had to do to get a green.
You sound like a homosexual, man.
Dude, you done said that about
like
5 times.
You
keep projecting, and you have no creativity. You've said the same 3 lame jokes over and over, which are projections, and you keep vibrating that damn strap on. So we see what you had to do to get a green card. You had to do something strange for some change. You had to put the meat in the streets. You had to get your hole swole in order to come over here, didn't you? And that's why you mad. We didn't have to do all that because we're foundational Black Americans. We were born here, non-immigrants. But boy, you had to spread that boochie cat real wide in order.
Bro, you a grown ass man talking like this, bro.
In order to get you a green card, and you mad as hell, ain't you? You had to do something real strange for a piece of change. You had to get hard for that card, didn't you?
That's fucked up. Getting hard for that card is diabolical. I told you these people be doing something strange for a little bit of change to come over here, man. That nigga say you getting hard for a green card.
Who was Tariq Nasheed?
Zulu bought that jacket at Burlington Coat Factory.
Tariq Nasheed is not Zulu.
Oh,
Zulu.
no.
Nasheed is the Lord.
Zulu, your people kicked out all.
No, he's actually here, guys.
We have to ask you, young man, why are your people strippers and thugs?
You're saying why foundational Black American strippers are thugs? And how's everybody doing, by the way? This is Tariq. How's everybody doing?
Shut up, nigga.
Good.
Sir, I'm doing good, sir. How you doing, sir?
That's good. Oh, we got.
Be nice to Tariq, man. Be nice.
I love y'all. I hear anger in
What up,
here.
taco? This shit.
I hear some anger in here.
When is butt bacon too coming?
Okay. When we finish auditioning your father, I hear some anger in here. Where's the anger coming from?
Shit, fuck you know, man.
Okay, I hear anger. Why is there anger?
Y'all let this king talk. Let this king talk.
Like the nigga that played no fucking shit.
When your African kings are talking, you listen, okay? Your African superiors are talking, you listen, okay? So you have to behave here.
That is correct.
Twitter warrior
correct.
superiors.
That is correct. I will listen to the African kings because I need to know.
Well, you are a Twitter personality.
I need to know. I need to know when my Uber arrives, so I will listen for you. So I definitely will listen for the African kings then. But what else? What are we talking about today, sir?
Yeah, I was trying
to
get on this song to wash your ass. I want to get on the remix.
Anyways, young men, we're talking about why Africans are superior to the foolish Black Americans, strippers and thugs. You can answer the question, young man.
Superior how? How are you superior, sir? That's a question. If you're superior how?
Usually answer the question.
Oh, I have to respond to him. Oh, okay, young man. We are superior in every single way, young man. We have the better beaches, we have our own culture. We don't have our slave masters' last names. Our women are not strippers. Our sons are not child soldiers because got your bloods and the Crips over there that are shooting up each other. So that's why we're superior. Also more intelligent. You look at African immigrants. You look at the average household income. It's higher than the foolish Black Americans.
So why do you have Boko Haram kidnapping whole villages in your homeland, sir?
Hey, young man, let me just direct you. Those Boko Haram guys are FBA terrorists sent to destroy the continent of Africa.
Zulu's Nigeria.
And that's in Nigeria. He's not Nigerian.
Oh, okay. So now we're picking and choosing which African nation is what. So that's what we're doing. So if we're talking about different nations and ethnicities, we're a different nation and ethnicity as well. So What's superior? I want to know what's superior. And what is your culture, by the way? What exactly is your culture?
Zimbabwean.
Okay, what's Zimbabwean culture?
You mean Rhodesia?
First of all, yeah, I'm glad that you gave me a country that's not mine. So you can attack that country all you want. That's good stuff. But Tariq, right, they asked what my culture was. Young man, that's none of your business, young man.
But you brought it up, sir.
He's South African, the rape capital of the world.
He's not South African, guys. He's not from South Africa.
So basically, he's okay. A lot of people are ashamed.
Zulu is whatever he wants to be.
He don't even want to claim it.
See, Tethers don't even like claiming their own homeland. That's the most crucialist part. You ask them where they from, like I asked the little Tether the other day that hopped on my channel. I said, "Where you from?" She said, "Nigeria, you nigga." I'm like, "All right, where you at now? In America or in Europe, in UK somewhere?" It doesn't matter where I am. Yeah, it does matter because you're a fleeing Bedouin.
So white suburb, bud.
Stop it, sir. That's not fleeing, sir.
Make some money, cuz.
Sir, that's broke Sambo talk. That is broke Sambo talk, sir. That is broke Sambo talk. I'm a foundational black.
And a lot of these tethers like to get into their little. They don't know what the hell they be talking about.
No.
I don't know what Black Americans own here.
What do you own in America?
Stop it. You don't own anything in your homeland. That's why you fled.
Shut the fuck up, man. You don't own
I own more than you, and you fled, sir.
Section 8 vouchers don't count as ownership, okay, honey?
Nah, don't mute him.
And y'all the main ones who get them. And I hear a British accent, so your ass went to
Who's
Britain.
British?
You're not even in your home.
Bro, this is how I can tell these fentanyl backwood alcoholics don't know shit because I don't have an English accent.
Exactly, young man.
Abiola, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to
My
Ubuntu.
name is Abiola, sir.
I was talking to Ubuntu. I wasn't talking to you, ma'am. Just hold your horses or hold your zebra. I'm sorry.
I mean, for
the we see that there's a lot of people request.
Hold your zebra is diabolical. And a lot of these guys, they love just taking shots and hating on other Black Americans and shit. And I like to see Tariq Nasheed constantly roasting these weird ass dudes. You know what I'm saying? I think it's absolutely funny as hell.
Your forehead is real aggressive with that little bitty beanie that can't fit
aggressive?
around it. Why are you on my page?
Because I wanted to know who you was and what your message was.
Motherfucker, you want to know who I am, nigga, with that little bitty ass beanie at 3 o'clock in the morning, looking like a moist cat burglar, nigga. Fuck out of here. You know who the hell I am.
Oh, you one of them type, huh? You just talking all this rough street shit, but you mouthing off.
You can't even get it out, nigga. You stuttering and shit. You can't even get that shit out, nigga. You in a group home right now. This nigga got on some. This nigga got on some bootleg Beats by Dre. This nigga is in a damn.
You got the wrong one.
This nigga's in a nursing home trap house.
You got the wrong one, bro.
Nigga, how you in a nursing home trap house?
Hey,
Nigga, you got
arthritis
pills and crack.
This the new Benz key, bro. You got the wrong one, bro. You just talking.
Nigga.
You soft.
You
Where
in
you
a
from?
old
We can
elderly
meet up.
cracker.
We can
you
meet
in a
up.
haunted
All
trap
the talking
house.
you don't, we can meet up.
Nigga, you are in a haunted trap house. There's ghosts in there sucking dick for crack in your house. That's how fucked up your house is, nigga. And showing off a Benz key. You need to be ashamed of your damn self. With some bootleg Beats by Dre headphones on, motherfucker. Get the hell out. What city you in, nigga?
Hey, that shit you talking sound good, bro.
All right, nigga, get off here, nigga.
That shit sound good.
Get your ass off here, nigga. That goofy ass nigga. This nigga is on an episode of Hoarders. Ain't gonna show a Benz key in that junky ass house. I don't know, that nigga just wanted some shine. It's always some old dusty nigga. This nigga's living in squalor, looking like I got this Benz key though. Niggerish as hell. It would be some nigger shit like that. That nigga staying at a shelter with a Benz key. kind of niggas are out here now? God damn, what kind of niggas y'all got out here? These niggas staying in group homes. God damn, this nigga staying in a library / bando. Showing off a Benz key. The fuck that mean?
It's always one of these. He frying his ass. They always be lying about where they from. They love to try to attach themselves to us. That's one of the main things that a lot of these fat ass, chubby, fleeing Caribbeaners
West
and
Coast
Africans
time.
do.
Pacific.
Yeah, specific time.
Okay.
Right. And you're in Miami, right?
I'm actually in New York.
Okay. Well, same time zone. So yeah, it's pretty late. I start pretty late.
Yeah, I'd like to get some final straightening with you. You know,
Uh-oh.
I just want another rematch. I need to get some straightening with you.
Okay. And by the way, Teddy
You know?
is like a Latino Italian. What are you exactly, Teddy? You keep telling me, but I forget. What is it? Latino, Cuban, Italian? What is it again?
I'm a white passing mixed race person.
Okay, that's why I'm asking you. Where's your mother from and where's your father from?
My father is Italian American. My mother is a foundational Caribbean American.
There's no such thing as a foundational Caribbean American. Is she from Jamaica or the Dominican Republic?
She's from a British territory.
Okay, the Virgin Islands or the Bahamas. Which one?
The Cayman Islands.
Cayman Islands. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I mean, if you guys are saying that you're native to this land, I mean, that would make Caribbean people also native too, because Columbus said that there were black people here when he came off the ship.
Right.
So, and he never stepped foot on the United States. He stepped foot on Hispaniola, which is Haiti and the Dominican Republic.
Right.
So the first recognized FBAs were Caribbeans and Hispanics.
No, because no, boy, y'all trying to crowbar some tethering. It don't work like that, sir. You're Caribbean.
But you know what? That's not the main reason for me calling it. And I hope that you don't cut me off because, you know, I really prepared some conversation with you and, you know, you are an admirable foe and I would like to get into some things with you. If we can.
But yeah, you're not going to have a bad faith. I'm not going to get into a bad faith argument now or bad faith discussion because when you start saying shit about being a foundational Caribbean, that's just bad faith. You're just saying shit.
Okay, so let's go back into that again. So if Black Americans were here before Columbus, why wouldn't there be Black Caribbeans or Black Hispanics here before Columbus?
Yeah, they're Black Caribbeans. Yeah, they're Black Caribbeans. Hello. But you're not foundational Black American though.
But this is the Americas, so it's all the same.
Please don't speak on foundational Black.
Right. How you gonna say you foundational Caribbean, but then you're gonna say American? See, this is the tethering shit that these damn leeches do. Because you trying to be a Caribbean and an American when the Black American is only the American, when we can't go be a Caribbean. That don't even make no damn sense. Sit your fat ass down.
Hey, beloved. Hey, sister.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
I just want to real quick just give a shout out to. I be quiet. I don't say nothing. I just stand back and don't say anything.
How's it going, honey? God bless
Let
you.
her That's Teddy. Go ahead.
So, honey, it's all good. I appreciate that, but. Please don't disrespect my brother. Please don't disrespect my brother Tyreek. Please don't disrespect foundational Black Americans. Please don't disrespect us. Because
you got a lot of bodyguards, Tariq. I must say.
No.
Can you fight your own battles, Tariq? Do you need a bodyguard?
He's a man.
I only have a yellow belt.
Nobody speak for him.
I only have a yellow belt in Kyokushin, Okinawan karate, so I don't see why you need a bodyguard.
I got a 0 belt in dumb shit. So talk that bullshit all day long.
Yes. All right. Look.
Sir, kindly, respectfully, please don't
Tariq,
disrespect.
why do you
Somebody
use
got
the
a yellow belt in taekwondo and karate. Bitch, you got a tether belt from fleeing.
word tether?
Hold on, slow down, nigga. But go ahead, sis. Let me let the sister finish talking.
Thank you, brother Tyreek. And maybe he feels some kind of way because he might need some root work deodorant. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got on the coconut right now. Maybe he might need the mango.
Yeah.
It's some more.
Thank you, sis.
Okay.
But Teddy, listen. Yeah, you're not a foundational Black American, sir. And there's no such thing as a foundational Caribbean American because you're an immigrant. Immigrants are not foundational.
I'm not an immigrant though. I was born here and my father was born here.
You're from your second generation, first generation immigrant. You're still an immigrant. You had to immigrate here. Your family had to immigrate.
How am I an immigrant if I was born here
That's
and my
called
father was born here?
you're a thick anchor baby. That's different. You're not foundational.
All right. Listen, I won't split hairs.
Thick anchor baby is diabolical, Tyree.
How am I an immigrant if I was born here
That's
and my
called
father was born here?
you're a thick anchor baby. That's different. You're not foundational.
All right. Listen, I won't split hairs with you. Let me ask you a question. Why do you use tether and foreigner interchangeably instead of saying Caribbean or Hispanic or African? You say tether, but then
Okay, don't ask me a question and then talk over me and won't let me answer. Let me answer. Tether is an action. It's something that you do. Like you are a tether. You try to tether onto our lineage. You're not a tether because you're a foreigner. You're a tether because you're a foreigner who tries to latch on to our lineage and our verbiage. That's what makes you a tether. So that's the difference.
But I've heard you use it interchangeably. Like instead of saying that Nigerian, you say that tether. Instead of saying that Hispanic or that Caribbean, you say that tether. But you don't say that about what.
Sir, that's not true. You have not heard me say it interchangeably. So this is what I'm saying. You're not going to get into bad faith arguments. Usually if I talk about somebody, they're tethering, they've done something tetherish. So this is your second bad faith argument, Teddy.
Okay.
The second, you got three.
All right.
You got
Listen,
one more.
I'm not
one
gonna.
more. I'm giving you three strikes. Three strikes, Teddy.
No, listen. I'm not gonna wrestle nothing away from you. You can say your
You can't
piece.
wrestle
I will
anything
say my
away
piece.
from me except some bush meat.
Okay,
but
listen.
You can't wrestle anything.
You also say that people have a tether hairline.
Yes.
What type of hairline does LeBron James and Michael Jordan have? Is that a tether hairline too, or is that an FBA hairline?
Well, number one, they have a lot of money on their mind, so maybe that has something to do with the hair coming out a little early. They're thinking about money. You're thinking about hunger and bushmeat, so it's different. So your hair falls out for different reasons. So it's okay if they have premature balding because they're thinking about all that money they're getting as talented foundational Black Americans. Your hair is falling out because lack of vitamins and minerals. That's why. You're eating dirt cookies. That's why your hairline falls out because of dirt cookie consumption, nigga. So yeah, don't worry about our foundational Black American icons.
But don't people eat like in northern Florida, Alabama,
Those are
Mississippi?
tethers.
Don't they eat squirrel?
No. Those are tethers, and y'all eat other in the Caribbean.
No.
Y'all eat
Black country people eat. Black country people eat rat and squirrel and all that.
No, they don't.
Come on.
They don't. No, they don't, sir. That's a fantasy. That's so rare. If Black folks do that, we don't.
I dated a Black girl from Alabama.
That's a lie right
and
there.
her family was.
You starting off with a lie. All right, that's a lie right there. You dated a Black girl from Alabama. Now the premise is in bad faith. I don't believe that. Do
you want me to bring her on?
Bring her on. Bring her on. I give you, if you show me a Black girl you were dating, I'll give you a free month supply of root work deodorant. I would like to see that. I don't believe that. FBA women don't want no big, fat, juicy Caribbean tether. They don't want that unless they get some money and you don't have any, sir.
A big, fat, juicy Caribbean tether is fucking violent.
I don't believe that. Oh, FBA women don't want no big, fat, juicy Caribbean tether. They don't want that unless they get some money and you don't have any, sir.
And Caribbean women, they don't want a whiny
Oh, yes, they
black
do.
American
Yes,
that's
they
begging
do.
the white man for
Yes,
money.
they do. Oh, yes, they do. They need a green card. So they want us. They need a green card, sir. They're trying to get away from the hunger. So, yes, they want us. Yes, they do.
Okay. Do you believe that Carmelo Anthony is innocent?
Yes, I do. And you probably don't you? You probably think he's guilty, huh?
I actually believe that he's innocent too. Am I still a tether?
Yeah, you're still a tether. Yeah, that hasn't changed. You're still a damn big old juicy tether. But
so even if I support black,
okay, anyway, Teddy, this ain't goddamn The Price is Right. We're just asking dumbass questions. Okay. All right, that's enough. Hear from this big juicy goofy tether. All right. Yeah, I gave him 3 strikes. The last strike was saying that he dated a girl from Alabama, black woman. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that. All right, let's get Hillard. Let's get Hillard in the building. Hillard in the building. Where's his phone? Hi. What's up, Hillard? What's happening? Thank you, dear. My lady here, ass jiggling, looking all thick with a ponytail, everything like that. I think we can still keep it though. Yeah, Hillard, what's up, man? Oh, he bounced. Okay, I'm gonna get some other people in here. I was gonna talk to Hillard, and Hillard bounced. Yeah. We can do that. Yeah. Let me see. Let's get okay, let me see. We got a lot of folks in here. Let me get football UFC.
Before we let the other Jamaican dude come on, we got to understand a lot of these people are just flat out haters and degenerates of our culture. A lot of these Jamaicans, they flee to New York and shit like that.
What's up, man? How are you, bro?
I'm here, man. I've been listening to this FBA garbage, man, for so long, man. I've been waiting to get on the phone with you, man. Yo, how you know that you posted a video today about some young man, they was disciplining a white guy that was whipped his meat out in Walmart. How you know they was FBA?
Because you tethers don't get out like that.
What?
Because you tethers don't get down like that.
Hey, I think that was a mistake on your part, man. I think you need to take that down. Because FBA is a gang. It's not no lineage.
How are you gonna try to redefine what our lineage is? You're a musty fleeing tether. You're a fleeing tether. You don't get to define what our lineage is. That's the great thing about our lineage. It's not defined by no fleeing failed tether. You failed in your homeland. How are you gonna tell us what to do and you failed?
You're a tether. You're joining on the white America.
Sir, that's just more tether babble. Yeah, you're a Caribbean tether up there in Brooklyn. You didn't do shit in Jamaica.
You're not American.
You
not
didn't do
American, man.
you didn't
black,
do
man.
shit in Jamaica. You either Jamaican or Trinidadian, aren't you?
My family's from Jamaica. I know where this comes from.
They're from where?
From Jamaica. My family's from Jamaica.
I knew it. I kind of know, family. I kind of know just by the energy of tethers. I can just read their frequencies. I can just kind of tell. Just reading a nigga's energy. You gave just off rip. You gave Jamaican tether energy. You know,
the sorry thing about this, man, is
no. Because what you do, y'all come over, you fail in your homeland, and then y'all try to redefine our lineage, and that don't work, sir. Failed tethers are not in a position to redefine anything. We are a lineage. I don't give a shit what you make up in your little dirty jerk chicken eating mind. Whatever you want to make up, knock yourself out. I don't give a shit. But your fantasies aren't your fantasies aren't our reality. Also, Jamaican tethers are whiners because this nigga is just calling up whining. The video of them FBA brothers swooping down on that perverted white man, I knew those were FBA brothers because that's how we get down. Y'all don't do that. Y'all get the hugging and rubbing on white supremacists. Y'all don't do shit. Y'all don't put no work in like that.
Proves my point. It just proves my point.
There's no point. You don't have a
FBA,
point. You don't have a point, sir.
people are FBA when you say they're FBA. There's no such thing. It's a
it's
gang.
not what I say.
You're
It's
gonna
what
get a
the
RICO charge, nigga.
no, it ain't. It's what the lineage say. I don't determine who's a foundational Black American. Your lineage does. Either your lineage is here or it ain't. Yours ain't. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You see how that works?
This is single mother logic, man. This is Black single mother logic,
That's
man.
just
You need to
tether
stop this
babble. You're
shit,
just
man.
saying shit.
Stop this shit, man. You know better, man. You know better, man. You need to stop this shit, man.
Do what? I'm gonna
That's the
stop my
first thing.
lineage? What am I going to stop
It's
my
no lineage, man. It's no lineage. I know where this comes from, man. I'm Black, right? I was born in America, right? I
Nigga,
know
you
it.
ain't FBA. Stop the bullshit. We don't even want to hear the lie you're trying to cook up. You ain't FBA, dude. You got your own lineage, and that's fine. We got our own lineage, that's fine. Miss me with that disrespectful shit you tethers do. Y'all up there in Brooklyn, y'all have the Jamaican and Caribbean Day Parade. We respect it. You don't get your musty ass over here disrespecting our lineage, trying to redefine it into your bullshit ass fantasy. Respect our shit like we respect yours, musty nigga, because you wouldn't be over there in Brooklyn if it weren't for foundational Black Americans letting your hungry ass come over there and eat, nigga.
I don't want to tear Black people down because you got
You
jokes.
are,
I want to.
nigga. You are. By being disrespectful. You gonna show the same respect we show you guys. You don't come over here trying to tell us what our lineage ain't and make up some bullshit narrative about a gang and all of that. That's disrespectful to foundational Black Americans who help your musty ass. We ain't playing those games with y'all niggas.
You see, you being disrespectful to me, my lineage, or what?
Dude, no, I'm not.
You
No, I'm
Black,
not.
man.
No, I'm not. My family, my ancestors and my people, they sacrificed to help y'all come over here. White supremacists, they weren't f***ing with y'all niggas. They weren't with Garvey. They weren't with none of y'all. We sat up here and put in work to help y'all get over here. What you say? What you say, musty ass? What you say? Unmute your broke ass janky iPhone 2. What did you say? You probably got a double mute. You dropped a jerk chicken bone on the phone.
Some of your what your mods is muting me, man. Come on, y'all know what y'all doing, man.
But
they
yeah.
don't. America don't fuck with you either, man. You a tether.
No.
America don't fuck with you.
No. Nigga,
No, it don't.
No. We are America, dude. Foundational Black Americans, we are America. So we with each other. You understand that part of the game? We are America, dude.
So why you in here crying about the
I ain't
justice
crying
system?
about nothing. You the one whining.
Yes,
You
you
call
is.
me.
You know what they gonna do?
You the one whining. You call me. I'm not crying about anything. You the one whining about not being a part of the club. You the one whining to me because you fled and we didn't. That's what you whining about, sir.
Man. I know where this comes from, man.
No, I know where you come from, fleeing.
I know it.
I know where you come. You come from the immigration office, fleeing with dirty sandals and damn jerk chicken sauce on your damn lips. That's where you come from. I don't.
Let me know when I can talk, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say something constructive. I'm saying I felt this whole thing, what you say, because I was born in America, and Americans, they because of where my family, where my family's from.
There's a double mute. I'm not muting you, by the way. There's a double mute. Sometimes it does that. Nobody's muting you. Just unmute yourself and just go ahead. Must be a little double mute there. Go ahead.
It keeps saying muted by hosts.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I'm saying is that Americans don't accept us, and then Jamaicans don't. I don't. What I'm trying to say is I have to define my own identity. I'm black. It don't matter. I know where we stand in America and where we stand in Jamaica. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I'm black, and you know better about this. The people who you talk about that you call tethers, they are miseducated, and they you need to educate them instead of trying to. Well, not even educate them. You need to link up with the people that are on then you creating a divide, man.
I'm not.
You need
How
to
am I
stop
creating
it,
a
man.
divide?
Because this FBA shit is gonna go left, man. When the
How?
descendants of when the descendants of single black women, aka the Crips, the Bloods, and all of them start take up this shit and they start doing violence, it's gonna be bad, man.
What kind of weird projection are you making?
You know what I'm talking about, sir.
I don't know what the
You know
hell you're talking about. You talking about Crips, Bloods, and single mother. You just made up a whole fantasy in your mind. That's some
the
weird.
Bloods and the
That's some
Crips.
weird tether shit because y'all do that weird ass violent shit in your homeland. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just paying respect to the lineage I'm from. I'm paying respect to my ancestral
It's a gang,
lineage.
man.
I'm not
People is on the
Jamaican.
FBA.
Dude,
People
that's you. The gangs are you. Y'all came over here with the gang shit. After we sat up here helping y'all Jamaicans, let's go to Jamaica. We didn't help Jamaicans come over here. What y'all give us? The damn shower posse. And all of these drug gangs coming over here working with the damn CIA, offing niggas left and right up and down the East Coast. Do you want to talk Turkey?
Hold on, son. Don't go there, man. Don't go
Yeah,
there.
let me
Don't go
go
there.
there. You want to talk about
Don't go there.
violence? Y'all niggas
The
were the
shower
ones bringing
posse,
violence over to us. We
the
weren't
shower
going to.
posse is
No, no, no,
nowhere
no,
near.
no, 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 no. Don't talk about no. See, this is projection. We don't, foundational black America, we ain't never harmed no damn Jamaicans. In fact, we were embracing Jamaicans like Garvey. We made Garvey a thing. Garvey wasn't shit in Jamaica. Y'all dumped on Garvey. Garvey
Black
didn't
people
have no,
made
see, no,
Garvey.
no,
The
you gonna
whole black
listen to me.
community.
No,
You
no,
can't complain.
no, you gonna get this damn intellectual work, sir. Your own icons weren't shit in your homeland until they got over here. We made your icons a thing here. We embrace your people here. Y'all came over here with drugs and violence. If we gonna talk about violence, sir, don't project that weird shit onto us. So yeah, we delineate, sir. Yeah, we're delineating. We're recognizing our own lineage and our own ancestry. And that's okay, just like you do. Y'all come over here away from your homeland and wave your flags around, running around Brooklyn every year doing the Caribbean Day Parade, and that's fine. That's
Your mods
fine.
keep muting me, man.
Why is it that you can recognize your ancestral lineage, but when we do it, we're a gang? Well, how does that work?
What I'm trying to say is that
No, answer my
we're
question.
black.
Why
We're
is it
black.
that y'all run around there in the musty thongs and feathers during the Caribbean Day Parade in Brooklyn, where you from? And that's fine, but when we acknowledge our foundational Black American lineage, it's something else. It's gonna go left. What's that about?
Because you know where it's gonna go, man. The most destructive thing in America is the gangs, man. To Black America.
What gang?
Right or wrong, man.
That's in your fantasy.
What are you talking about? The
I ain't got
people,
nothing to do. We ain't got
the
nothing to do with
Bloods,
no
the
gangs.
Crips, the
Our
Bloods, the
lineage ain't got
Crips,
nothing to
the
do with no
Chicago
damn
situation.
gang.
There's no FBAs and Bloods and Crips. Are you stupid?
Our lineage ain't reduced to no goddamn Bloods and Crips. You
So
fucking
you
degenerate.
don't claim that.
You musty ass degenerate. Your culture is reduced to that. You ain't got no icons, dude. We got Rosa Parks, Dr. King, Malcolm X, Sojourner Truth, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Renoko Rashidi, James Small, Brother Kaba. We have just a plethora of icons. Our culture and lineage is not reduced to no damn Bloods and Crips, sir.
My point is that we are
No, your
black,
point
sir.
is
We
you're
all are
projecting
black. We're
your
black,
failure
man.
onto us, sir. You're projecting
Listen,
your cultural.
He's literally projecting all of his cultural failure onto us, and Tyreek is body bagging
failure onto us, sir.
You can't get reparations without the tethers, man.
Dude,
It's
we're
single mother logic
fine.
to think that
That, sir,
it's single mother logic to think that
how
you
are we
can
gonna get
you can,
reparations with you?
because if you alienate the Tethers, they're gonna be against you.
Dude,
The
y'all
single mother
tethers
logic
are
to
the
think
main ones standing in front of it. Winston, what's that mammy ass tether from Jamaica, who's the lieutenant governor of Virginia, talking down on us? Y'all come over here and get in positions and talk down on us. That other tether, running for governor down in Florida, that's one of your folks talking about we shouldn't get reparations. The hell you talking?
it's
Y'all
single mother
y'all the
logic.
main ones talking about we shouldn't get it. So how we gonna get it with y'all niggas?
That's single mother logic to think that you can get by alienating the whole group
Y'all
of
are
people.
the main ones standing in front of it.
Listen, man, you need to stop this,
Get
man.
this
We all black,
okay,
man.
bye. Okay, I'm not just gonna have a tether talk in circles. He can't debunk anything, so he just keeps changing the subject. He says some dumbass tether talk, gets debunked, and then changes the subject. It's been them Caribbean tethers standing in front of the damn reparations, particularly Jamaicans. What's that dude? I can't think. Some of the Byron something. I think he's part Jamaican. He was up on the Breakfast Club talking about we shouldn't get reparations. A lot of them Jamaican tethers running around talking about we shouldn't get reparations. Y'all sent us Kamala Harris, another Jamaican tether, talking about I ain't gonna do nothing that's only gonna benefit black people. That's your people, dude. These are your people. If we gonna get reparations with that, even at these reparations hearings, remember the one they had down in Atlanta? And they had the people on the task force down there, and one of the women was Jamaican, and she started crashing out and cussing people out. Byron Donald, that's his name. Yeah. Come on. The tether class, they've been the main ones standing in front of the reparations, blocking us from getting them. Sheila Jackson Lee with that nothing burger ass HR 40. Remember, she was a Jamaican tether too. Brother, you were not selling the soap that good, man. You were not selling the soap. Huh? Let's get Brother EJ in the building. EJ, hop on in, sir. Man, boy, the tether's got a lot of nerve, man.
The tether class really do got a lot of nerve, man. They come over here with this degenerate ass culture and then act like we the ones that's coming over here with it. Like, this is the shit that we be talking about. This is why we gatekeeping our culture, delineating from these weirdos, and doing what we gotta do. Because every time we allow these people in our positions or in our movements, they totally get it out of control. They totally get it out of control. And this ain't just the Caribbean, these are the African tethers as well. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Hit that like button. It's your brother Big Aboriginal Power. This is the Wake and Bake Show. Let's deal with some royal refugees roasting. Let's get into this conversation. If you're ready to rock this one out, I do need y'all to hit that like button, thumb up the video, and support the channel. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. This is the Wake and Bake Show. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turret just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Let's get Zulu Warrior. Let's get Mr. Zulu Warrior in the building. Mr. Zulu Warrior, hop on in, Zulu Warrior. Mr. Zulu, hop on in. Zulu, where you at? Unmute your microphone. Zulu, where you at? Okay, I think he might be in the middle of getting some Postmates orders in. Mr. Zulu, I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Oh, he went down. He'll come back. He'll come back. Or he's trying to get back on. Okay. Zulu Warrior, hop on in.
He's hacked my Wi-Fi so I couldn't speak the truth.
Oh no. Your forehead was in the middle of it was blocking the satellite. That's what that was.
Prove it.
Right. Well, some of those 5G waves, it couldn't get past that damn hairline in that head.
Now my dreads hang all the way down to my shoulder.
No. That's not dreads. That's a monkey tail.
This is dreadlock.
That's a.
You are jealous because your bald ass can't grow
those
hair.
are monkey tails, my nigga. That's not. No, you stole that from a monkey and sold it in, and that's different. No.
You know damn well your bald
got
ass.
A monkey lace front. That's not the same thing as dreadlock.
Your bald ass could never grow hair this long.
Nigga. No.
Tariq the freak.
No.
I see you bought a new suit.
I did what? I bought a new suit.
Them FBA donations are working out,
and
man.
It's not musty like yours. So that's the great thing about me.
I smell like Chanel. I smell like Burberry. I smell like Louis V. Louis Vuitton.
No.
I smell like designer.
It's a Louis Vuitton.
FBA donations are working out, man.
And it's not musty like yours. So that's the great thing about me.
I smell like Chanel. I smell like Burberry. I smell like Louis V. Louis Vuitton.
No.
I smell like designer.
Yeah, you smell like a zebra. No, that's
prove it.
Yes, really. We know what you smell like, brother.
I smell rich as fuck.
No, you smell like a newborn rhino. Where you just
hell no.
You smell like rhino afterbirth. Yeah.
And you smell like a jail cell.
He said he smelled like a newborn rhino. The placenta of a newborn rhino is crazy. You smell like Fairbury. He got that Tether V. Tether V by man. These tethers are out of control.
Smell like Sally Struthers breast milk, nigga. You've been suckling white missionary titties, nigga. Get out of here.
No, you smell like you eat Salisbury steak, broke ass young man, cheap ass young man, cheap ass suit wearing young man.
No.
You need to get more expensive suits like me. You see, the hat is Chanel, the shirt is Burberry.
Expensive because you had to kill the damn giraffe with your hands to sew the damn giraffe skin pants on. So yeah, of course.
If I can kill the giraffe, it's a sign of high testosterone. Right. It means I'm an alpha.
Yeah.
Your bitch ass could never kill a giraffe. Look at you. You look soft as fuck.
It's called a grocery store, nigga. I don't have to kill animals in the wild.
You look sassy as. You look like you can't even hurt nothing. You can't even hurt a fly. I can kill a lot.
You are the one wearing a cheetah print thong and some flip.
Africans trying to roast is funny as hell. I smell good, nigga. I got the Chanel suit on, nigga. I smell like Louis Vuitton. He said you smell like Sally's breast milk, some random white missionary chick. Yo, cuz got to be stopped, bro. Hit the like button, man. Support the channel.
Flops at the green card office trying to do something strange for a little change. That's you, sir.
No, that's gay as
That's you, sir. You know, you do other things besides eat igoosie with that mouth. You out there.
Don't put that gay shit on me.
The white man know that you are single and ready to mingle.
Don't you dare put that gay shit on me, you accuser. I would never be a gay. That's FBA culture. Look at little.
Well, you done dropped some foo-foo on the phone and it got mute. I didn't mute you, sir. That's you.
Being gay is FBA culture. Look at the biggest rapper, Lil Nas X. He's FBA. Who else? Who else does that gay shit? It's all you.
We seen some of your artists switching across stage. Burna Boy be kind of throwing his hips a little bit too much. So what's going on with your artists over there?
Burna Boy is from Nigeria. If she's from Nigeria, she has bacteria. So that's different. That's different. I'm not from that.
These Africans are out of pocket. This nigga got to be an African comedian or something.
Be kind of throwing his hips a little bit too much.
He said Burna Boy be throwing his hips is diabolical.
Who else? Who else does that gay shit? It's all you.
We seen some of your artists switching across stage. Burna Boy be kind of throwing his hips a little bit too much. So what's going on with your artists over there?
Burna Boy is from Nigeria. If she's from Nigeria, she has bacteria. So that's different.
He said if he's from that.
Put your artist over there.
Burna Boy is from Nigeria. If she's from Nigeria, she has bacteria. So that's different. That's different.
That was a good one. That was one.
He said if he's from Nigeria, he got bacteria. I'm on the floor. That's literally an African roast from another African. I'm still in there. Anytime I see an African from Nigeria, I'm just going to play this little clip. If he's from Nigeria, he got bacteria, goddamn.
So that's different. Burna Boy is from Nigeria. If she's from Nigeria, she has bacteria. So that's different. That's different. I'm not from that village.
No, that was a good one. That was one. All right. All right, Mr. Zulu. Oh, I hear baby pandas and shit in the background. All right. Oh, that's funny. Oh, goodness. Okay, let me get some more folks in. All right. Let's get YNS season. YNS season. That's who we're going to get. YNS season. And I'm not going to.
If he's from Nigeria, he has bacteria.
Oh, y'all too long. I got to kind of get up because my son has a ball game tomorrow. So I got to get some rest. YNS, hop on in.
Hey, it was
by way of what? Where's your family from, sir?
Hey, I'm chilling, bro. What about
I
you?
am cool. Now, where you from with that accent, brother?
Hey, I'm from Canada, brother.
Okay. By way of what? Where's your family from?
What type of question is this, bro?
Lord, we like to know who we're talking to. That's all. It's not.
I'm African.
Okay,
brother.
what part of Africa is your family from?
North Africa.
Morocco, Libya, Algeria.
The second one, brother.
Libya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you from, brother?
Okay, I'm a foundational Black American, so you know where I'm from.
Hey, respects, brother.
So that means you're somebody say you're Somali, because yeah, you kind of have a Somali accent. I don't think you're from Libya.
How can you tell by like an accent, bro? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of Libyans are in Canada, but a lot of Somalians are. So YNS, what's on your mind?
Hey man, I got this new coin started up, stuff like I don't know if I'm allowed to even demote that on your channel. So
Promoting it because I don't know if it's a scam. I don't know what
it's
we don't want
not
to promote anything that I'm not familiar with. We're not going to promote that.
for sure. But if you really want, you could do research. I'm looking for like partnerships, like making some deals. You could search up sugar. It's one of our old coins. Just do $sign sugar. You'll see it on Dex Screener. It's at a 20 million market cap still today.
All right.
And then yeah, we're just trying to build it up, build some connections, maybe talk with you about anything.
Well, no, you go ahead and do your coin. You go do camel coin or whatever you need to do, and just keep your thing pushing. All right. I don't know. Yeah, I'm cool. Oh yeah, we cool, brother. Yeah, I'm about to run no scam over here. All right, let's get Dark DJ Silly Man. DJ Silly Man. DJ Silly Man in the building. Where you at, Silly Man? All right, DJ Silly Man.
My apologies. I was hopping off my Bluetooth, so it wasn't staticky. How you guys doing
Hey,
tonight?
good, brother. How are you?
Good, doing well. I'm sitting in Jersey waiting on surgery.
Oh, what's going
on?
You waiting on surgery? What's going on? You all right?
I got injured by the Williams Company on fighting the Industrial Commission. It's kind of funny because it's my wife's last name, and she's a little darker hue than me. I'm just a hue of a man. Looking for some love.
Okay, sound like you've been drinking or smoking something. So what's on your mind, bro?
Not drinking, just smoking for the pain.
There you go. Anything else on your mind?
Yeah, trying to get off the weed, but like June 6th would be nice.
Okay, well, you had to go to rehab. This is not a rehab now. Thank you. Get your little 12-step program. Yeah, this is not a 12-step program, brother. Yeah, get around some folks that you can sit down and talk to. All right. Let's get Shaheen. Shaheen in the building. What's up, Shaheen? Mr. Shaheen, hop on in, sir. Where are you at?
Hear me? Can you hear me now?
Oh, Lord. Shaheen, yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I love you, Tariq. I love you so much. You're just the greatest person to listen late night. I
Yes.
just think you're awesome.
Yes, indeed. Now, where are you from, Shaheen?
Well, I'm half Iranian, half American.
Okay.
And yeah, I grew up in Saudi Arabia. I grew up knowing Saudi Arabs as being nice people, and unfortunately the US doesn't agree with that, but I love them, and you know, we just need to stick together. Americans just need to stick together and help each other and support each other, and I'm totally supportive of anything that President Trump does. Unfortunately, I'm a Trump pro person. I don't know if that is you or not, but and I love Elon, and I love Elon too. So that's just how I am.
I don't
You
know
know,
about
I might be.
him, but Trump, hey, Trump, Trump is doing some cool things. He's doing some things that's questionable. He's doing some, but
Yeah, he does. He speaks out of turn. He does.
yeah.
Honestly, he needs to stop. Just get some public person that knows about how to deal with, you know, talking with other people. He sometimes steps out of turn, but he's still a good president, and he's our president, and I love him. So,
There it
you know,
is.
I'm loyal to him.
There it is.
But you know what? I
Go ahead.
think your show is so great. I really do. I just sometimes I'm so lonely and lost and missing my kids and all that, and I listen to your show and it makes me happy. And I
Well,
appreciate you so much.
yeah, I love that. I love that so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for tuning in. Let's get Angel. Oh, you all right?
Hey,
Hey,
Tariq.
Angel, you all right over there?
I'm doing pretty good.
What's going on?
I'm not from South Carolina, but I am from
Okay,
Arkansas.
shout out to Arkansas. Shout out to Arkansas. How long has your family been out there in Arkansas?
Well, my parents were both raised here, but I was adopted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How old were
So I don't know any of my biological history.
How old were you when you were adopted?
3.5 months.
Wow. That's
Um,
yes, indeed. So what's on your mind, dear?
well, I really respect your show, and the woman agreeing with everything Trump has done. I'm sorry. I can't go for it. I've
Okay.
known.
Hey, the link is in the chat too. For anybody want to come on, the link is in the chat. Shout out to all my FBA and all my Aboriginal, Indigenous, American Indian brothers and sisters that is representing. Link to the stream, y'all, is in the chat.
Yes.
So you saying you worked with Trump before?
No, I did not work for him. He was in some of the same executive circles I was
Oh,
in.
I see. Got it. Okay.
No, he had to sit below me at the U.S. Open.
Wow.
So, and then he bitched about my dog being there.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Angel. I appreciate you. Let me get some more people in here. Okay, let's get Boogie Harry. Boogie Harry in the building. Boogie Harry. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Mr. Boogie. All right. Boogie ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, bro. What's
There you
up?
go. What's up, bro?
Tariq, how you doing,
How you
bro?
doing, Boogie? What's going on with you?
Bro, everything is like lit, man. But everything is good, man. What time is it there, side?
Like 1:40 a.m. Now, wait, where are you?
1:40. You know, I'm from South Africa, man. But it's about like 10:40 this side in the morning.
Okay.
You still have to catch up with me, man. Catch me if you can.
Yes, it is. What's on your mind, Boogie?
Uh-huh.
Okay, Boogie. Shit, you ain't.
What's that?
Boogie, damn. Thank you, Boogie. God damn. Y'all. All right. Y'all going down the flow. Boogie ain't saying shit. He's over there eating some damn pap. RJ. Let's get RJ. And we had another Democrat shield, and now RJ is here.
You know, when you call me that, I have to call you a Republican shield. It's tit for tat.
Yeah, tit for tat, but only one person is telling the truth. That's me.
Nah, I'm telling the truth, and you just holding water for Republicans. Well, they crash the economy and they crash the planes and they get people
As a
fired.
projection, you're running you're carrying the soap for the Democrats, and
All right, I like to do Mount Rushmore. And well, who's your Mount Rushmore of revolutionaries, right? I have Mandela, Dr. King, Malcolm X, and Huey P. Newton.
mine is John Horse, Ida B. Wells, Denmark Vesey, and Elijah Muhammad. Those are mine.
Okay, I can give you Denmark and Elijah because they actually are more well known. The other two are less. I'm talking about impactful on the culture that people know. Don't just say stuff people that you like that are like scholarly.
Dude,
I'm talking about.
Horse and the Black Seminoles damn near basically single-handedly stopped slavery in Florida. They were burning down plantations left and right. They were forcing the U.S. government to lose money. They were the ones who had.
Then you can also mention the Knights, then the Knights of Freedom also, then but they're not as well known. You see, I'm talking about people that are well known.
Yeah, I'm just talking about impact. I know what the impact is, and he went out to Oklahoma, and John Horse was founding black towns out there, very instrumental. Then John Horse went down into Mexico and helped them out. So his impact. And those Seminoles were part of the Buffalo Soldiers. So they were the ones coming out here clearing the brush and expanding to the west and establishing some of the national parks out here. So their impact is long lasting. So I just happen to know the history. See, I mean,
But they're not.
Go ahead.
But they're not taking over, Dr. King. I don't think anyone's holding a candle to Dr. King or Malcolm X.
Yeah, Dr. King, that's kind of a given, but yeah. Now in your homeland, who are some of the revolutionary heroes do you have in your homeland?
So we have Dr. M.K. Abiola, right? M.K. Abiola, he was like a capitalist rich guy flexer at first, and then he realized, that like that's not all it's cracked up to be. And then he tried to run for government and tried to do socialist, planning. And then he was imprisoned by the president at the time, the puppet president at the time. So MKO Abiola, he was a good guy. He changed up and he was a good guy. And then people like to give it to our great musician
Fela Kuti.
Fela, yeah. But I don't know about Fela because Fela was like James Brown but just a little bit more activist, right? But he had Fela was like Bob Marley, right? But would you say Bob Marley and Fela were activists? Would you give them? I don't know if I would give it to them like that. But so in Africa in general,
it just goes to show y'all that a lot of these immigrants and tethers really don't have nothing else better to do besides hate on us as indigenous or so-called Black Americans. I'm gonna put the link one more time in the chat. If you guys want to come on, I'm gonna take a quick little break so you guys can come on. That means I'm gonna play a little music. So make sure you come on at your own risk. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Stop the hate and support the channel. Let's go.
H2H, y'all. That's probably why we did it. Adam Slide, make the beat slide. Ill will make the beat out. I'm tired of motherfucking waiting. Tired of hating. Tired of these fuck niggas and fuck bitches, man. Straight up. We get tired of the waiting. That's why we go and get it. We get tired of the hating. That's probably why we did it. Get so tired of the faking. So I'm strictly about my business. Been so tired of it lately. We get tired of the waiting. That's why we go and get it. We get tired of the hating. That's probably why we did it. Get so tired of the faking. So I'm strictly about my business. Been so tired of it lately. Been so tired of this shit. I'm tired of the hating. They can't find a problem with you, they created, yeah. Social media got these niggas showing bravery. I ain't never feeling safe, so I don't use the safety. Every corner that I turn, it's another demon waiting. If I gotta solve a problem, I'ma find the one who made it. Can't waste time being great when I'm already the greatest. The hate is motivation. 2 kisses to my haters. They underestimate us, they don't appreciate us. Smoking on that bag, that's that stress alleviator. Watch these niggas cause they strapped, acting like they Terminator. Ain't no falling for your bluff, you come my way and I'm a slayer. I get tired of these niggas, keep turning on they dogs. Watch how fast he signed a statement, too scared to take a fall. These niggas quick to pull the pistol, I'm tired of losing niggas. Can't let them take me out, so I train myself to pull. We get tired of the waiting, that's why we go and get it. We get tired of the hating, that's probably why we did it. Get so tired of the faking, so I'm strictly about my business. Been so tired of it lately. We get tired of the waiting, that's why we go and get it. We get tired of the hating, that's probably why we did it. Get so tired of the faking, so I'm strictly about my business. Been so tired of it lately. Been so tired of this shit. My nigga said that he gon' die thuggin'. My nigga died thuggin', made me wanna rise above it. My little brothers in the whip when they hit up my cousin. People talk, I don't trust it, I don't wanna discuss it. Paranoid and I'm hesitant even when chasing presidents. Fuck with soldiers, little nigga, you ain't part of this regiment. I'm a soldier, little nigga, as a matter of fact, I'm a veteran. Told my kids that I got them no matter what I'ma do. Tryna block out the bullshit, got me sipping this fluid. It's the system, no stunting, I just simply do it. I get tired of the gossip, little mama, go get some profit while you exposing yourself like there ain't no other option. I heard she do the most to keep the lights on. I can't blame her cause I know the struggle that strong. Shawty say she tired of the wait, she tired of the hate, she tired of the tired of the waiting. That's why we go and get it. We get tired of the hating, that's probably why we did it. Get so tired of the faking, so I'm strictly about my business. Been so tired of it lately. We get tired of the waiting, that's why we go and get it. We get tired of the hating, that's probably why we did it. Get so tired of the faking, so I'm strictly about my business. Been so tired of it lately. Been so tired of this shit.
Shout out to everybody in the building. The link is in the chat. Don't be scared to call in. Call-in number is right here, ticking across at the bottom of the screen. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, though, man. It looks like that's going to be the end of today's show, man. I might cook up some shit for you guys later on. It's a lot of shit to touch on within this urban stuff that's going on. Hold on, before we go, we got my brother Hiker in the building. What's going on, Hiker?
No, I like what you did with the what they do the Tethers, the Africans, they coming from other places, pretending that they like us, man. I just got arrested for I got arrested last week, man, over dialing 911 trying to fake like I'm gonna make a complaint on some shit, and them bitches came and surrounded the car and arrested me for that shit, and then turned around when they tried to tase me. You know some of the ladies, they too fat was a fat guy.
Hiker, you be out there, bro. You stay going to jail, fam.
I know I did, but look, this what it was, Bap. They tagged my phone in my car, and it's like, but when my map was on, my map switched, and when my map switched, the map said get off the interstate. I said, what the hell? My map ain't never done that. So my stupid ass get off the interstate. As soon as I get off the interstate, I see the lights behind me. As soon as I see the lights behind me, I say, oh Lord, they got me this one. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm driving already like weary a little bit because I've been up all day, doing a little researching and shit, working and helping my mama move. But then turn around, them bitches put me in there, put me out there for arrest me for I guess 911, pressing too much. But then I was cussing out at the same time because she kept on giving me the false information. So, but when I got in that bitch, I ran into I noticed all the Nigerians and the Kenyans and all of them, they run into these little small country towns, and they know them people don't like you, don't like us, so they get jobs at these places, and it's like these little country towns. And when I went back there, man, I'm talking about Liberty County. Say, bro, they call themselves trying to beat me up, the bell spray me, because I ain't gonna put on the orange. I said I got the right to face the judge in my regular street clothes. And next thing you know, they were locking me in the cell with no cameras and grabbing bell spray. You know what I'm saying? And this Cornell, this dude with this orange beard and this Latino Mexican, whatever the fuck it is. And I told myself, I said, well, if y'all do this to everybody, how many people fight y'all back? Nobody, because the African women that's at the front desk, you know, they big as hell, big hand, big man hand, big ass fucking head, helping them fucking people back in them little neck of the woods keep Americans locked in that bitch. Then I runs back there and I finds out that the Jamaicans and some of the guys from Jamaica and Haiti, they're initiating this gang affiliation in Texas, like trying to make sure these brothers don't get shit. You know what I'm saying? By, you know, just doing stupid shit. So I just say I didn't want to give you flowers, you know, bringing that topic up this morning, man, because a lot of people don't see that these people are hiding in these little small country towns, these sundown towns, and it be most of the Africans working for these people, and they don't want to hear shit. As long as they got the keys and getting paid with that gun, they see Americans as a threat. And I promise you, they don't want to help you with shit. Now, if you do catch an American girl inside these one of the sundown towns, you can tell, but she'll try and tell you, be quiet. And the lady always told me, look, hurry up and get out this here area before it gets nighttime, because they do discriminate. And sure as shit stank, when they did release me, two Latino guys work at this Whataburger called themselves trying to come run me out, you know, like they gonna run me out the town. So I told him, look, if you put your hands, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm not, I'll go back right around the corner. So before I look up again, here come Liberty County again, trying to give some bullshit statement, you know, from them, like as if I was really. No, it's on the water. Nah, the door was open and I was walking off, and I won't put them where you could get them. That's all, big dog. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, my fault, big brother. But like I said, man, I like the topic you running with, dog, and I'm gonna try and pay attention to y'all. Right now, I'm doing a little more studying, so I can try and, you know, just man, I don't know, brothers, attack some shit, man. I don't know what the fuck I need to be doing, man. I don't know if I'm doing the right shit or not, but I'm gonna call y'all for some more guidance on some shit, because I've been going at the edge, but like going to these shelves off and telling bitch y'all doing that shit illegal. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but if I call y'all, bro, I'm gonna just call y'all for some right shit.
If you going with your spirit, you doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they set up obstacles for us to overcome when we in certain situation, communities, or environments. And it seems like they keep putting obstacles in front of you, and you keep overcoming them. So, you know, obviously you're doing something right. Shout out to you.
And look what I wanted to make a joke. Look, check it out. It was too fat was trying to wrestle me down. But you know, like I said, when you balance it, when you eating the right food and you balance.
Why was they trying to wrestle you? You was fighting them?
No, you know, I was in the car, and when they pulled up on me, yeah, you know, they told me I called 911 too much, and I'm under arrest. So I kept on saying I'm in my car. So the lady opened my door, and she asked for my ID, which is my property. And I said, nah. I said, well, here's my ID, but let me have that back. So he won't get an ID back. So when he took it and threw it in my face, he threw the ticket in my face. You know, then the lady grabbed the ID, put it on her little pocket. So they call themselves trying to snatch me out the vehicle. I said, you don't got the right to touch me. You know what I'm saying? I got the right to do it out. You know, my freedom of speech should be against that, what y'all talking about over dialing 911 for the complaint. Before you know it, the fat guy pulled me, tried to snatch me out the car. So I said, you ain't got to pull me, bro. Don't make it like this. So I stepped out the car to talk to him. Before you know it, they try to, you know, grab your elbows, you know, grab your arm, and then pull you down and twist your arm in the back of your neck and all that. So I wasn't going to let him do that there. You know what I'm saying? That we struggled for a little while. And she grabbed her taser, tried to deploy her taser. Dumb bitch shot herself. You heard me? When she shot herself in the hand, you can see her screaming and still trying to hold on to the trigger of the taser too. So she's screaming, talking about, I said, yeah, now you see how that shit feel? That's how the fuck I was going to be doing if you would have shot me with it. And the other one, he didn't know what to do because he had no strength to take me down, the fat ass. But at the same time, they both called themselves trying to, you know, rustle me down. I just said, man, look, you ain't got to do it. What made me throw it to the side was when she tried to put my hand behind my back and push it all the way to the back of my head. Like she tried to disrupt my shoulder blade or something. So I tossed it over to the side. So when I tossed it to the side, she stood there breathing. She breathing like a motherfucker, trying to catch her breath, but they both fat ass. Then they're trying to call for backup. They can't call for backup because of both of them out of breath. Then what happens, the Let me see how she do it. She the thing hanging out her fucking hand, hanging out the top of her thumb. So she looking for the other one that deployed. They trying to see everyone in my skin. But with it, remember, I always keep something on to where it can be more thicker than what the fuck they try to play me for. You know what I'm saying? So when she realized it didn't tase, try to take the gun and put it on my skin and then fry it like that. So when she tried to fry it like that, I told her, look, if you try it again, every time her dumb ass pressed it, she forgot. When she try to press it, the thing still in her arm, in her fucking hand. So it's gonna electrocute your stupid ass, you heard me?
Right. She don't know what
Man,
the hell she's doing, stupid little
right.
bitch.
Right, I said, you dumb bitch. Then she gonna talk about, you can see her on camera talking about, lay down, bitch, before I burn you, you stinky black bitch. I'm like, what the fuck is you? I said, who training you people?
You a stanky black bitch. Oh,
Man, you heard what I said. I'm talking about, say, brother, you can tell. I drove them so much that when I got into the you don't call my dispatch and call her no bitch. You don't call my dispatch and be cussing her out. I said, ma'am, this is freedom of speech. That's a fucking if somebody calling the rest, I'm quite sure they calling for a reason. So what you don't call it, be trying to cuss her out and this and that. I said, man, look, I do what the fuck I want. This is America, bitch. Who is you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know what I'm saying, they pull up about 4 more cars from Denton and let me see, Liberty County, call the ambulance. Then they come with that little trickery shit. They put on a mask so you don't recognize what police done something to you. You see what I'm saying? And try and switch out the officer in the hospital, and then they didn't want to give me my ID. So if Denton took the ID, then when Liberty County brought me to the jail, this is what they put up on me. They put a terroristic threat and assault on a peace officer. I said, well, she assaulted me first. They grabbed me out of my car. I told them don't touch me. I had the right to tell them don't touch me. Well, you was under arrest for what? Because you called 911 too much and you cursed the woman at 911. I said, I do what the fuck I want. It's freedom of speech. Who you think you talking to? And next thing you know, everything went down. The judge slick ass. He come up in that motherfucker. He ain't got no camera set up. They try to bear spray him in the back. The judge sit in front of a little plexiglass, no cameras. Magistrate judge make everybody dress in orange so he can give them a bind instead of recognizing you doing this shit is illegal, bro. I keep telling them you doing all this shit illegal. Well, you got to I'm telling man, y'all better wake the fuck up. And I'm talking about it's all done because of the tethers that's working there for the sheriff right now, guaranteed, are working for the judge in that Liberty County. The food all right, but everything else, man, come on, man. Then they know for sure that the water fucking.
You back in Florida?
No, I'm back in Texas. I had to come back. I was going to Louisiana, and when I was going to back home, I mean, when I coming from Louisiana, I was coming back to Texas to holler at my people. And then when I got out here at the Liberty County, like I told you, that's how I wound up in that bitch. But I just got out that bitch about 2-3 days ago. But I'm telling everybody, if you go through that sundown town, bro, all I said is if your phone switch the map, you switch your map back to original shit, because all that bitch gonna keep doing is switching until one of these police that's fixed in onto that tower see that phone. If they see your car, something, they have to die charges and challenges. And I got a charge, so eventually, you know, that's what them bitches on. You heard me?
Nah, that's a fact though, man. Damn, Michael. Man, stay out the motherfucker way, man. Stay safe, man. I appreciate you sharing that with us too, man, because these motherfuckers are diabolical. And that's why we gotta protect our own, man, and delineate, because these motherfuckers coming around cosplaying, acting like us, and they not us, and these motherfuckers will put them people on you and hope that boy ass up out of here.
Right.
So yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all support the channel before y'all go. Cash App information is in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that button on your way out. Hiker, you already know, gang.
Man, I'm gonna keep it together, bro. Like I said, I'm just gonna calm it down a little bit so I can, you know, make sure I'm right before. Because when I seen him reach for a gun and talking about what you reaching for, I said, man, get out of here, man. I said, man, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck I'm gonna reach for? Get the stupid ass out of here, nigga. Fuck out of here. You just mad because they ain't got no drugs in this car. You mad because they ain't got no drugs, no weed smell. You ain't got none of that in this bitch. You heard me? That's why you mad. And you know this bitch a bad motherfucker. You broke bitch. You minimum wage carrying bitch. That's why y'all fucking with me. You heard me? So at the same time, I just told her, bitch, y'all ain't scaring up, man. Whatever y'all trying to skate, y'all can bring that shit around the counter, because you ain't no coward in me. You either gonna do it or you ain't gonna do it, nigga.
Right. Nah, they see a nigga riding good and feeling good and confident at who he is. Yeah, they hate that, man. That shit rub off of them like the sun. Hey, man, shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all be safe, be aware, stay vigilant, and stay dangerous. This your brother Aboriginal Power. We out this bitch.
This is the soil of Florida, not Africa, not Europe, not no damn fantasy. This the mark of Moctezuma. We ain't never been no damn slaves. We was prisoners of war. And y'all still out here claiming that title like it's your birthright. You know where the word slave come from? Slavic, from over there, Slavonia. You from there? Nah, you from right here, from these lands. Moctezuma's blood, the sovereigns of Anahuac. So get it through your head, you royalty, not no damn slave. Of the true sovereigns of these lands. Y'all better get it right. Look at all that. All this land. That's ours. We've been here.
They built this on stolen land, tried to hide the roots, cover the soil with lies. But we still here.
They call me a Moor, but I am not from across the Atlantic. I am of this land. Saturiona. So tell me, where ICE gon' deport you when you from right here, huh? The clouds. Ain't no borders when this whole land your inheritance. So get it through your head, you royalty, not no damn slave. Y'all gon' get it one way or another. We ain't never been no damn slaves. We ain't going nowhere neither. This the mark of Moctezuma, of Anahuac, of the true sovereigns of these lands. Y'all better get it right.
Ain't no borders when this whole land your inheritance. They gon' deport you back to your own soil. Now let that marinate.
We are the unbroken memory, the feared royalty, living sovereigns of Temeri.
We hold the keys to this land called America. We built the crystal cities they keep trying to erase.
They don't tell you the Moors who civilized Europe came from the west, and some stayed behind. That's why their faces mirror ours. We, the kings, sailed east to civilize them, so they called us the Moors of Europe. But we were always the kings of America.
This ain't just some coat of arms, listen. This is a stolen family tree from Temeri. They didn't invent royalty, they inherited ours. They parade stolen emblems. America's family tree is the blueprint they copied and claimed. We were the kings who were always here. They want you looking at Africa so you don't look right here, at your own land.
So-called Indians were Moors. That's why the Creek Confederacy was so powerful. They were the original Moorish military, fighting to keep all these other groups out.
They create these divisions, Moor versus indigenous, to keep us from consolidating. Don't let them cast stones and make you argue. We were already here.
Think this history is new? Go look up the kings of Spain. Then go look up the kings of America. The same names, the same titles. It's all there.
Just believe it. Go and look at the flags of old Europe. Then look at the banners of the Creek Confederacy. You'll see the same people, the same kings, just a different continent.
They say it was us against them. But the Moorish War was us against us. We were fighting these tribes trying to create new people.
Moors are aboriginals. Come on, it's a trick. The real enemy wants you to fight over semantics so we don't look at the historical documents. We got the same mission. Temeri was a monarchy.
They turned you against the idea of imperialism, of monarchy, because the monarchy was here first, and they needed you to forget that our title of nobility is the real power.
Don't y'all read the damn treaty, son? They made a whole treaty with the Moors in 1787, government to government. They knew we were the royalty, and they wanted our trade. All the fantasy stories about warring kingdoms, that's not a fairy tale. That's our old world. That's the ancient confederacy and the bloodline. You think the families fighting over the throne in Game of Thrones is just fantasy? That's the real story. Real story of what happened right here. On your land, Temeri, so-called America.
I don't think Tolkien just made up Middle-earth. It's all a metaphor for the real war, and they buried the truth and sold it back to you as fiction. They told our own people that the Moors were the enemy, made brother turn against brother over a lie. We fought each other over stories they planted. Think about that. Listen up. The real Moorish law is about justice, truth, and lifting up our own people. It ain't about tearing each other down.
Quit arguing over semantics. Stop cherry-picking Moorish law if you're not gonna help uplift fallen humanity.
Y'all laughing that we was kings while they got our family crest everywhere. The joke's on you. We are still kings. It's in the DNA. You remember this? Art imitates life. Follow original black God bringing our history back to life. This. Also follow Spin City and Brother Red Pill. They're showing you how to take that fire, that vision, and make it real. Dropping the knowledge you need.
Join the movement. Bring your visions to life. Help us awaken the world. The power is within you. The time is now.